Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome to today's stream. JPP Deal here again. So, hope you guys had an awesome Wednesday, or you start having a good Thursday if you're staying in other time zones, specifically on the other side of the world, like Europe and Asia and India and stuff, Australia. Anyways, so hope you guys had an awesome Wednesday, day or night. So, let's get on with today's stream. So, for today, I'm thinking about doing the synchro event over, just prank kids ranked climb. But oh, let me just. And I'll do my best to answer them. So let me just put that on the YouTube chat real quick. Anyway, so yeah, I am thinking about doing synchro event today over prank kids pranking around in ranked. And sorry I started my stream late. I would have started an hour or two early, but my parents had to go. I'm currently in Florida. My parents had to go to Tennessee by driving because my mom and dad they have some meeting over there. So I was helping them pack their stuff, and my mom is like a makeup a makeup artist that's like cosmetologist, but it's basically cosmetologist is like he's the makeup artist. But yeah, my mom does makeups for people like makeups, hairdo and stuff. And yeah, and then my dad has to go to a meeting, so I was helping. Anyways, I was helping them pack, and they just left like 20 minutes ago, and then I had to finish up the after work, the aftermath of them going from the house, cleaning up some stuff, and that's why I'm starting the stream late today. So, anyways, that's enough of that. Let's just dive right in. So I am thinking about playing synchro. So do, I'll start a little bit by playing like ranked pranks. So this is the deck that I use. I have not made any changes to it. If you guys want a deck profile, just hit me up. I'll give it to you. And you guys can take a picture of it right now real quick if you want as well. So anyways, that's about that. So let's start with our first game of the day. So plat 1, plat 5, okay. K Lark. We did lose the coin toss. We are going second. Let's see what kind of hand. Excuse me. I only have an Ash Blossom in my hand, and my opponent just scooped, okay? I mean, whatever. I mean, I ain't complaining about it. Like, personally, I don't like when opponents just scoop out, but I, I understand when you play casually and you don't get the optimal hand that you want to start with, you kind of want to scoop because, if you can't set up an optimal board and your opponent just outright just kills you, it sucks to sit through the opponent's combo itself. So our opponent was playing Emancipators, and this is kind of a weird deck. Like this is not the standard Emancipators deck. Like you don't run Gravedigger's Trap Hole, you don't run Ice Dragons. Like this card specifically would target, I would say, Eldritch players because as you can see, target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it on your side of the field, but its effects are negated. Then you can banish one monster from both players' field that have the same type as each other. So I would say Eldritch, even against combo decks like Prank Kids and Emancipators and stuff like that, you could use it. But I'm assume mainly is for Eldritch and because that's the deck you want to mostly banish cards off of. I mean, you just don't play these kinds of cards in Emancipator. Emancipator, the best optimum deck is a 40 cards deck with even the extra deck is kind of wonky because he doesn't have the Omni Negate. Yeah, he doesn't have the Omni. He has a banish card. This card banishes 3. He doesn't have the Omni Negate. Neither of the Omni Negates. The Omni Negates being Baron de Fleur and Borreload Savage. He doesn't have Nightmare, he doesn't have IP Mask. So yeah, it's like a rogue version of Adamantipator's. But anyways, let's get on with her. I would still say first duel because last duel our opponent just scooped. So I would still say it's the first duel of the day. So plat 1, plat 2, I did win the coin toss, so I will choose to go first. But let's see. No hand trap negations, okay. So since I do have terraforming, I'm going to start with terraforming to check whether my opponent has an Ash Blossom or not. So my opponent does have either Ash Blossom or Maxi. So he is going to Ash Blossom my Terraform Surge. Okay, so we have at this point successfully baited out the Ash Blossom, right? Because we don't care about the Terraforming's effect going off, because we do have starter cards in our hand. So by doing this, we successfully baited out the Ash Blossom. And if he had Ash Blossom or first Prank Kid's Graveyard effect, I mean, we would have been just stuck. Like, that would be the end of the combo. We would have Miyamu on the field, and that's it. So yeah, it's really always, you know, if you start off with terraforming or prank kids place in your hand, always use those cards to, like, you could even use it to check whether your opponent has some kind of hand trap. Like, because if their side of the field lights up on your, you know, field spell activation, then you know they either have Ash Blossom, Maxi, or, you know, some kind of hand trap that can counter the field's like activation of spells from your hand. So you could kind of play around it. So okay, so over here I'm gonna start with Roxy's. I'm not gonna start with Lamptey. So my opponent still has a Maxi. I mean, it could be an infinite imperm. We don't know, and it is a Maxi. Okay. So this is gonna be the end of my turn since I do not have a Pandemonium in my hand, because if I did have a Pandemonium in my hand, I could have set down the Pandemonium and then used it on my opponent's turn to go into Weather Washer. So if I do that, I could use Weather Washer's active effect to get the 2 cards that I used for the Weather Washer's summon to get them back out on the field, and they would be immune to Battle Destruction for that turn only. But sadly, we couldn't even do that because we don't have a Pandemonium in our hand. So I'm just going to activate Maxi on the drop phase, and he has a Crossout Designator in his hand. Okay, so I have no other hand traps in my hand. I don't have Nibiru. I don't have Ash. Like, our opponent could go into his full combo. So let's see, 36. So he is playing Adamantipator's. That's going to be Gigantes, yeah. Gigantes with Olion. Okay, Olion is his normal summon. So he could use these two to climb up into Raptite, and he's going to do just that. He's going to climb up, Synchro up into Raptite. Adamantipator's, you could, they're telegraphed combos for them. You could literally see what they'll go into based on the level of the cards they use. So that's a no, that's a no, that's I think a yes, that's a yes, and that's a no. So let's see what card he gets out. He has 2 cards that he can get out on the field. So he is going to choose the Tackle Crusader. So let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think if you use these two, I mean, he can, because Bear and Defleur, none of these are tuners though. He needs a tuner to go into Bear and Defleur. So he's going to go into Crystal Hulky Fabrics with these two. Oh no, he's going to go IP Mask, okay. Alright, so IP Mask. This card's effect, yeah, so he's going to change it to face. I mean, it doesn't affect us as much. To face up, face down doesn't matter. Now it's just, it just so happens that we won't take damage from that. He could have hit us for more. He could have hit us for 700 more. But, you know, that's his call. Okay, so with this card, as you can see, this card's effect is done. He cannot use this card anymore. So we drew into Fansies. I was hoping to draw into some kind of a hand trap like Ash Blossom or Call by the Grave, so in case he has Ash Blossom or Maxi in his hand. But I'll start with, I mean, if he's running Nightmare Unicorn, he could still use the IP Mask and these 2 cards to bounce my normal summon. But I mean, let's see what he does. I'm gonna normal it out. He could still go into Nightmare to bounce my card. Let's see if he instantly goes into Nightmare to bounce my card. I mean, if he lets us to Link climb up till Doodle Doo, and then he bounces the Doodle Doo, we're pretty good. We're pretty much set because we could use these two cards that we have in our hand to actually, off of the Doodle Doo, I'll search for Pandemonium, right? Oh, he's gonna bounce my. Okay. I mean, that doesn't affect us, to be completely honest with you, because it doesn't negate, it just banishes. As you see, if you have a wind monster in your, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. So even if you banish that, the if monster's effect still goes off because it's not a negate. So we're not affected by that. So I'll do that. Oh, I shouldn't have gone into Fansies, right? I probably should have gone into Dropsies. Because that would do, if I, yeah, probably should have gone into Dropsies. So he's not going to deny us this. Pretty good. So now we're set. Even if he bounces our Doodle Doo, we're still chill. We could still play through it because we are going to search for a Pandemonium off of the Doodle Doo. So I do want the Doodle Doo's effect to go off. I don't care about the special summon that much. I care about the Doodle Doo's effect going off. So I'll chain link one Doodle Doo and I'll chain link to my Fancy. So he is going to use IP Mask. He's gonna go into Nightmare using these two cards, and he's gonna bounce my Doodle Doo back into my extra deck. But that doesn't matter to us because we're gonna search for a Pandemonium of Doodle Doo anyways. Excuse me. So as you saw, he did go into Nightmare. Alright, so the card I'll send to the graveyard. Like, okay, so here I have an option, right? Since he's gonna bounce our Doodle Doo, I don't wanna send pranks into the Doodle Doo will not get destroyed and sent to the graveyard. It's gonna get bounced back into my extra deck. So even if I use Rocket Ride, I can't get back a Doodle Doo out on the field. So what I'll do is, I mean, so here's the thing, right? With the Rocket Ride, if I Pandemonium, I go into Rocket Ride, I could get 1 and 2. Yeah, I'll get Roxy's and Fansies back out on the field. And the only effect that I can use would be Roxy's effect. I mean, no, I already have used it because I'm using this. So I'll get one more special summon. I'll get Rocket Ride, 1 Prank Kids. I could get 2 more off of from my graveyard. I could use 1 to Link Climb into Doodle Doo since I haven't activated the effect of Dropsies. And then I could go into Bow Wow Bark again. But then I would have no Prank Kids monster left on my field, right? Oh no, I can't use Roxy's effect to get 1 more special summon. So I'm forced to send a place in my. I'm not gonna send pranks. I'll send a place. Special out my Dropsies. The card I'll get will be a Pandemonium. So let's see what card. He's probably gonna bounce Doodle Doo, right? He's not gonna bounce the Dropsies I have in my hand. Okay, I'm sorry. So I am gonna use the Pandemonium's active effect and chain link it to the Nightmares. I mean, yeah, he's gonna bounce. So what I can do, right? I can actually use these 2 cards themselves to go into Rocket Ride. Because I kind of do want to get the Doodle Doo into my graveyard to use Rocket Ride's effect with. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll do Doodle Doo 1 and then Dropsies 2. Go into Rocket Ride. So that bounce effect is now negated. So doing this, I am logged into Prank Kids cards only. So since I use Pandemonium, I am kind of logged into Prank Kids cards only. So I was debating, right? In my mind, I knew I could use Doodle Doo with the Pandemonium, but I was debating, do I want to use Roxy's and my Dropsies that I had on the field? But that would mean that, like, I'll get 2 special summons, no doubt, but like with this, I could still get the Doodle Doo back out, right? So I'll do just that. I'll get a Roxy's, since Roxy's is the last special summon. Like, this is the last graveyard effect that I can activate this going this turn. So the only two cards are these two I can summon. As you can see, I'm logged out of my extra deck except for Prank Kids. And the problem with this is I can't get over. Well, actually, I can. Doodle doo. Yeah, I can get over the nightmare. Yeah, I can. So I'll show you how. It's through the link effect of Doodle doo. It's through the link effect of Doodle doo and Bow Wow Bark. Since Bow Wow Bark will boost up my Doodle, but I can't attack using the Doodle doo. Oh, that's yeah. I can't attack using the Doodle doo. So, anyways, I'll just do this for now. So the reason why you can't attack using Doodle Doo is because you got that out of the graveyard using Rocket Ride's effect, and any monsters you get out from the graveyard to the field using Rocket Ride, you cannot attack them the turn you get them out from the graveyard. So yeah, I mean I could still go into Bow Wow Bark. I mean sorry, Rip Roaring Rooster. So okay, I'll do this. Do this. Activate the Roxys. Banish. How many Roxys? Okay, so I'll banish. I'll banish the Fansies. I'm not gonna banish the Roxys. I'm gonna keep. I draw into Lamseys, okay. Special summon now. Dropsies. So, like, I can't get. So as you just saw, like, if I was able to attack with Doodle Doo, I would have killed the Nightmare. As you can see with this. Any card you put on the right of Bow Wow Bark, any Prank Kids cards will get boosted 1000 in attack because of the chain link. As you can see, a Prank Kids monster this card points to gains 1000 attack. So even if you are the main monster or you put it under it, it'll get 1000. That's Bow Wow Bark's effect. That's like an effect people forget about, so keep that in mind. So over here, I'll activate Doodle Doo. I'll get, like, one of the cards I have to get is Pandemonium, right? The other one I could go into place, put the place. What can I search for? I could search for another Fansies. I could search for another Fansies. Or should I just get the Fansies out straight out from the graveyard and into my hand? Like, I only have one Fansies, right? And one Fansies I banished. Yeah. So I will get Place. I'll get Place and Pandemonium. I'm not gonna activate Pandemonium. I'll activate Place and get Fansies. So I'll have all the cards I need for the Battle Butler in my hand. No. Okay. I'll actually just activate Pandemonium and go into Battle Butler this turn itself. Yeah, I'll just go into Battle Butler this turn itself. The reason why I'm doing this is because I actually want to hit him. So this will boost up my cards by 500. I'm not gonna activate. If I activate it on my turn, it's just gonna pop my Battle Butler. So I'm not gonna do that. No. And I know once Block Dragon comes out on the field, all rock monsters are immune to destruction by card effect. But I don't care about that. I want to get a big body on the field. So I will end my turn. And let's see what our opponent does. So I'll just activate my Bow Wow Bark's effect. I'm not going to use the Meow Moo. The cards I'll get on the field. Okay, so one will be Dropsies and the other one I'll get will be Fansies. I mean, in my hand, sorry, not on the field, in my hand. What am I saying? So, anyways, let's see what our opponent. So he's gonna what? He ended his turn. Okay. He still had the active. I mean, we did draw into a Raigeki. Does he not have enough rock monsters in the graveyard? He does not, and he didn't even draw into a rock monster. Oh, that's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of sad. Like if he drew into another rock monster, he could have discarded the card from his hand. I mean, banished the card from his hand and two cards from his graveyard to get the Block Dragon back out on the field. And but that would be it, right? That would be the end of his play. He could only get Block Dragon out on the field in defense with 3,000, but 3,000 wouldn't stop us. Yeah, he would have died anyways. Yeah, he would have died anyways. Yeah, that there was no saving that game. Because even if he got a rock and then I mean no, technically he still could have played if he got like a seeker or a researcher. Hell, even if he got an analyzer, he could have started excavating cards, got them on the field, and start using them to synchro, get more rock monster in the graveyard, get the block dragon. Okay, get the block dragon back. I mean, like that would have depended on his draw. So my opponent did just like the game started and he scooped out. So I'm gonna check the Emancipator deck out real quick. Okay, so this is not the standard Emancipators deck. Like people are playing weird versions of it, right? Like Emancipators don't run two. The deck that I build, I don't run two Raptites. I only run one Raptite. I don't run Secure Gardna. I don't run that either. I mean, yeah, this is this is almost standard except for I don't run a second copy of this. I don't run this. I don't run cross. Like I only run 3 Sekka's Light. 3 Sekka's Light are all the spell cards in my deck. Every other card is a hand trap or monster. I don't even run Imperm. I run 3 Doki Dokis. I don't run these two. I don't run the Keystone or the Idol. I don't run this as well. I don't run Kokamiru Wall. I don't run the Revival. I don't run the Tackle. I mean, I don't even run the Sandman. I have 3 Guardians and then 3 Suppliers. I don't run this card either. The Xano Guitar. I run Nibiru. I run 2 or 3 Nibirus, I think. But yeah, no other spells because I run Sekka's Light, right? Oh, my bad. I run Sekka's Light, so I don't do that. So let's check out this opponent's deck real quick. He was playing Nurse Burn, Cancer deck. And he insta-scooped as soon as he saw that he didn't get to go first. Because that deck, unless it goes first, and unless your opponent gets like a really brick or shit hand, otherwise there's no way you're winning with the Cancer deck going second. So yeah, like when I was climbing right from Gold 5 to Plat 1, I saw people play Nurse Burn and try to climb using that. Like those guys were Gold 4, Gold 3, and they're using the D-Dynamite Cancer deck to try to climb. And they would not even surrender when going second. Like they would try to win using that deck going second, which is really like. If you want to climb, play a proper deck, my guy. I hate that deck. Anyways, new game. So let's see. I did win the coin toss, and I did start with place. So always use place to search for a card. Even if you have a monster card to start your combo off of in your hand, because you can again use this to check whether your opponent has, Spell Trap Negate in his hand or an Ash Blossom or a Maxi, because if they do, it will light up their side of the field, and more often than not, people almost always Ash Blossom your first Prank Kids place search. and it's a really good Ash Blossom bait to use. And generally, I say any card you search off of the Prankist place, that's the card you should use to start your combo off of, because you don't want to give your opponent too much information about the cards you have in your hand. So you don't want to withhold the card you search off of the Prankist place and then use another card from your hand to start your combo. Because your opponent is going to, out of the 4 cards that'll be left in your hand, your opponent will know that one of the cards in your hand is, you know, a Prankist monster. Because you technically searched for it and showed it to them. Well, not technically, you did search for it and showed it to them. So anyways, yeah. That's a little, that's like, doesn't matter what kind of deck you play. If you, as long as you show a card to your opponent, make use of that card over other cards if it's possible. That's my, advice to you. So anyways, a standard combo climb up till your duel 2. We do have a Pandemonium in our hand. So we do have a Pandemonium. We do have a place, so I'm kind of forced to search for pranks. I'm not gonna search for a duplicate copy of Pandemonium in place. And the card I'll send will be like, okay, so I want to get 2 Pandemoniums in rotation, right? I don't just want to have 1 Pandemonium in rotation. In case my opponent bans one, like say if he has a DD Crow or something, and we use Pandemonium going to Rocket Ride and DD Crows or Pandemonium. So I would rather have 2 Pandemoniums in rotation rather than 1. So in case our opponent banishes or does something to one of it, we could still have another to get out of our graveyard using Doodle Doo's effect. Special summon out a monster, which will be Lamses. Now, so here's the thing, right? Our opponent's board didn't light up, so he could have no Nibiru, or he could, have his toggle on off, so we don't know that he has a Nibiru. So here's the thing, do I want to go into a full combo? If I go into a full combo, I'll be forced to banish the Imperm in my hand, banish the Imperm or Fancies that I have in my hand. Because I can't banish either of these cards, they are important for the combo. The Recycle card and the Fusion card. So do I want to go into a full combo? Full combo meaning getting roster out with, roster, Bawa Bark, end your turn, and then Battle Butler on opponent's turn. So we have both Harpy's Feather Duster and a Raigeki. Or do I want to play it safe and go into 1-card combo? So I'll play greedy. I'll play greedy and go into a full combo. Do I want to banish Imperm or do I want to banish Fancies? I'll most likely end up banishing the Fancies in my hand. I'm probably not gonna banish the Imperm, because yeah, I'm not gonna banish the Imperm. I'll let the Imperm stay in my hand. I'll banish the Fancies. So I'll banish the Fancies. Special summon out. It doesn't matter what I'll special summon out Lamses and Roxys. Since I did banish 1 Fancy, so I'm not gonna special Fancies because I'll have 2 Fancies in my graveyard and 1 in the banishment pile. I'll then use the 2 Prank Kids level 3 and level 4 monsters that I have on the field. Going to Bawa Bark again, with going into full combo. Always keep the spot under the Doodle Doo, whatever extra monster zone you summon your Doodle Doo into open. Because if you don't, yeah, you can still go into Bawa Bark, but the game will force you to use your Doodle Doo as one of the tribute materials for climbing into Bawa Bark. Because you won't have a link spot open, so keep that in mind when you do this combo. And then using the Doodle Doo and Bawa Bark, you link climb into your Rip Roaring Roaster. Then you activate your Rocket Ride. You get your Doodle Doo and Bawa Bark. No. Doodle Doo and Bawa Bark. It doesn't matter what, I usually like to keep the spot under the extra monsters zone open, so it's become a habit for me. But generally doesn't matter where you put them, because you're going to tribute this on your opponent's turn, and you're going to tribute this right now to search for your Pandemonium. So yeah, so I'll get 1 Pandemonium. The other card I want to get is, Like I'm kind of inclined towards getting one of this or one of these. So I could get 1, 2, and 3. Do want to get this? Then I could do 1, 2, 3. But I have 2 dropsies, so I'll get fancies. I'll get dropsies. I'll get dropsies off of this. Because in case my opponent, denies me the Bark's graveyard effect, I could still use Pandemonium, use these 2 cards to actually go into Weather Washer. Anyway, so I'll activate Pranks right here. I'll activate Pranks here. So it's really important for your placement because sometimes your opponent and you, kind of they goof, they start activating cards in this column, and if they have an effect monster on the field, you could imperm them, and that card gets negated because of the activated imperm. As long as you set in and activated, that column becomes any spell trap activated in that column becomes useless. It gets negated for that turn only. So I'll put it on the activation on. Oh, assalamu alaikum. So end phase, I'm not gonna activate the maxi. It's still my turn. Not gonna activate the maxi. So I know my turn too long, but I'm explaining my thought process throughout the play. So the 3 cards I'll return 1, 2, and 3. Since I do have one more copy of Doodle Doo in my extra deck, I'm not gonna, get the Doodle Doo back. I only use 1 Doodle Doo. I want to get the Rocket Ride back because in case I fusion in on my turn, I could still use Rocket Ride again. So I'm going to end my turn with that. My opponent's going to draw. So anytime you have this kind of board setup, right, and the game prompts you for this, for your Bark activation, always start by activating Maxi first. So in case they have a Call by the Grave or something, and they are a combo deck, they're kind of forced to Call by the Grave the Maxi. So your Bark's activation would be secure, unless they have another Call by the Grave in their hand, but So the 2 cards I need are my Fancies and Lamsies, so I'll go ahead and get those 2 cards out off of the Bark's effect. Oh, KPD, what's up, my guy? Okay, so our Bark's effect did go through. So now I'll get to know what kind of deck oh, he's playing True Draco. He's playing True Draco, okay. So I'm glad I went into my Rip-Roaring Roaster. I'm not gonna activate my Pandemonium just yet because I know that this deck doesn't play Sekka's Light unless they're playing really, really rogue. So he did get his Ignis Heat off of the pot of D. I'm still not. I mean, do I? I kind of do, right? Because they don't run tribute monsters. They can't tribute stuff on my side of the field. So I'll go into Battle Butler right now. Because if I activate this card and they have, the normal monster, their Draco monsters on the field, what would happen is that the Draco monster's effect would be activated and they could set down or get into their hand a Spell Trap True Draco card. But as you can see, our opponent just scooped as soon as the Battle Butler hit the field. So yeah. I had two Raigekis or 2 Harpies Feather Dusters and then one of the other, depending on the way I want to use it. So let's see, was it copy paste True Draco? It was with, okay, they're playing Summon Limit, Vanity's Emptiness, this Imperial Order, and Dimensional Fissure. God, how many floodgates does one guy need? Anyways, so tell me if you guys want me to play Synchro. You can Ash Bow Wow if you use your Meowmoo. So if you use your Meowmoo to activate your Bow Wow, your opponent can Ash Blossom it. But if you activate Bow Wow Bark and you tribute it itself and it goes to the graveyard, The only way they can negate it is with Call by the Grave or some you know, Call by the Grave or like Side Gear or something like that. Or what's the Skullmeister or something like that. They can't use Ash Blossom if you tribute the Power Bar. So again, I did start with uh, search for my field spell, so I'll use that. So this confirms that my opponent doesn't have Ash Blossom or Maxi, so we're pretty good on that. I'll add one card, which will be Lamses. I mean, we can negate one of those. I did have Call by the Grave, so I could negate either Maxi or Ash Blossom, but still, it's pretty good to know that your opponent doesn't have Maxi or Ash Blossom. And since I did search for Lamses, I'm going to start my combo off of Lamses. Again, you don't want to give your opponent information about the cards that you have in your hand. So generally, I use the card that I search off of Prankit's Place to start my combo. So I'll activate the graveyard effect of Lamses. It's going to go through, burn him for 5, and then go to... So up till your doodle-doo, it's your normal link climb, right? After you hit your doodle-doo, that's where the combo differs. Like, if you have Polymerization, you go into Totally. If you have, Prankist Monster and Pandemonium, you could go into full combo with Rip-Roaring Roaster. If you only have one card, you could go into a one-card combo. So that's, after doodle-doo, is where, your combo differs. Like, which path you want to go through. So do I want to... If I do this, if I do full card combo, like I have to either banish either Imperm or Call by the Grave. It's 37. He's playing full 15 extra deck. I'll take... Let's say our opponent scooped. I was gonna say I'll take Pandemonium, so in case our opponent Nibiru's us, we could still use Pandemonium using the 2 monsters in our hand. We could go into Rocket Ride, and then we would get both their activations, so we would get 2 materials plus Rocket Ride. We could just combo off of that. But our opponent insta-scoop. Like, I don't even know what kind of deck they're playing. So, out of the... okay, currently it says I'm on a 6 games winning streak, right? And out of the 6 games, I started over here. This is where I started today. This guy insta-scoop. As you see, number of turns played 1. Insta-scooped, insta-scoop, number of turns played 1. Number of turns played 1. So out of the 6 win streak, 3 games, I played 5 today. So out of 5, 3 games today where my opponent's insta-scooping. They didn't even see what kind of deck. 2 people didn't even see what kind of deck I was playing. This is just scooped. So when people say they're on 10 winning streak, 15 winning streak, if you actually check out their match history, out of the 10 or 15 games, you would find 6 or 7 games where their opponent just insta scooped. The game wouldn't even start, turn 1, opponent insta scoops. So don't go off of winning streaks. Winning streaks don't really matter. I could show you. I went on a 25 games winning streak with Prank Kids. I'll show you my highest winning streak in my statistics. It was a 25 games winning streak with Prank Kids, and out of the 25 games, the number of times my opponent insta-scooped was close to 10 times. 10 games my opponent insta-scooped. They didn't even wait for me to summon out one card. Okay, so with the terraforming, we know our opponent doesn't have an Ash Blossom. And the reason why I started with terraforming is because my hand is kind of a soft brick. Soft brick meaning I don't have any monsters in my hand, but I do have a card I can search the monster off of. So I started with terraforming in case our opponent had an Ash Blossom or something, I could know. Because if the Ash Blossom, the first Prank Kids place search, we would be stuck. We would have nothing on the field. Because our hand was kind of bricked. Anyway, so I'll get this. So if my opponent allows me, since I do have Polymerization, I'll go into a totally awesome combo. So let's just start doing our combo. Nice, dude, nice. Anti-Nibiru with Link Spider and Prank Kids. How does Link Spider... How does Link Spider make it anti-Nibiru? If our opponent Nibiru's us, our whole field gets wiped. Link Spider, its effect is it specials out a level 4 or lower monster, right? That's Link Spider. Are you saying like using a token or something? So I do have Place and Pandemonium in my hand, so I'm searching for Prank's Pranks, and I'll discard a Pandemonium. So again, I do want to get, the reason why I get 2 Pandemoniums in rotation is because if your opponent has cards like DD Crow, or some cards that banishes a card from your graveyard and they choose the one Pandemonium that you use to go into, let's say you went into Rocket Ride, got the Pandemonium in your graveyard, and your opponent DD Crows the Pandemonium, then if they do that, you're stuck. Like, you can't go into Battle Butler on your opponent's turn. So that's the reason why I like to get 2 Pandemoniums in rotation over 1 Pandemonium. Master Duel meta guide. Synchro event. This is, I'm not, like, I can do the synchro event, but this is not synchro event. I'm doing normal pranks ranked. Uh, if you guys want me, I can do the synchro event. I don't really mind that. So I'll activate, since I am going to a totally awesome combo, I'm gonna activate the Doodle Doo, get the Pandemonium and a Prank Kids monster. It doesn't matter what monster you get because you're gonna, I mean, except for the, you can't get the Miyamu anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter what monster you get. I'll activate Polymerization, and then using the monster on the field and the one I got off of the Doodle Doo, I'll go into my Rocket Ride, and then I'll activate the Graveyard effect of Lampsies, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, my Rocket Ride. I could Chainlink to the place, it doesn't matter what I Chainlink, because I'm not gonna Fusion Summon this turn again anyways. Lampsies will get me my Roxy's. I'll activate the Rocket Ride. So against like Nibiru, right? You say the Link Spider and stuff. So against Nibiru, the cards that I run to play through Nibiru, like you have your normal cards. Like if you start with, let's say, 3 Prankis monsters, you want to start climbing, and your opponent Nibiru's you on your 5th special summon. If you have 2 Prankis monster in your hand and Pandemonium, or 1 Prankis monster and Prankis place in your hand and a Pandemonium, you could just use them to go into Rocket Ride and continue your play. That's one playthrough. The other playthrough I run is Instant Fusion. With Instant Fusion, if my opponent Nibiru's me, I could Rocket Ride, use Rocket Ride, get the Doodle Doo back out, and the other one that I haven't used the Graveyard effect of back out on the field. That's the other playthrough, and the last playthrough I run from Nibiru is Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn does the same thing, you get Doodle Doo out, and then you could go into your combo if you have, one Prankis monster in your hand. Even if you have like Prankis Pranks, you could, and one other Pandemonium, you could banish the Pandemonium, go into a token, and then go off of there. So you kind of have playthroughs for, like, you kind of have 3 playthroughs in your deck itself to go through the bureau. So totally awesome combo. Don't use the Dropsies. Get the Bawa Bark, and my Roxy's effect is going to activate from the graveyard. The card I'll banish, like, do I want to banish place? No, right? Because in case I don't draw into another Prankis monster, I'll banish 1 Pandemonium. Drew into Skill Drain, which is pretty nice. Special summon out another Dropsies. And then since you used Polymerization, you're not locked into Prank Kids only, with opposed to when you use Pandemonium, you're locked into Prank Kids only. So I'll go into Totally. I'll activate my Pranks right here. I'll put my Pandemonium right here, set my Skill Drain right here, put this on. So now we're safe from either Harpy's Feather Duster or Lightning Storm, so our opponent can't destroy our back row, but he could Raigeki, and if he Raigekis, we're gonna have to pop the Totally. So anyways, I'll end my turn right here. Activate Pranks, yes please, I'll activate Pranks. So I can't touch this and this, so I'll just do these 3 cards. And you want to keep Meowmoo for, like if you play Prank Kids, I'm sure you're pretty familiar with this already, but you want to keep the Meowmoo in the graveyard to activate your Butler. If you want to activate 2 Butler Pops or 2 Roasters Pops. So I am going to activate first Chainlink 1 as Bible Bark effect. I'm not going to activate Skill Drain just yet. 15, 41, 42. Okay, so do I want to activate Skill Drain? Because he could run a Denko Sekka. Again, I know I what's the use of Crossout? So Link Spider or Link Revo can be someone using the Beard token. Oh, I see, okay. But even if we do that, you need to have one other card in your hand, right? Like the Beard token, if you link climb into a Link, I'll look at it I'll look into the meta duel, but I'll see what it's all about. So I could play greedy. I'll play it safe. I'm gonna activate. I'll activate Skill Drain and just be satisfied with one Butler Pop. So, what's the use of Crossout Designator? Okay, so Crossout Designator, how it works is if you have, like, say your opponent activates a Maxi, opponent activates, Ash Blossom, or what's this card? Drytron Nova? No, I'm not gonna negate that. So against Drytron, the card you want to usually negate with Totally is their Natasha's Graveyard activation. That's the card you have to worry about because Natasha will steal your Butler if your Butler is on the field. So save your Totally for their Natasha. In case they don't do Natasha, you use Totally on their Meteonist Drytron, their spell card that they use to ritual into monsters into. I mean ritual into big monsters. So Crossout Designator, right? Crossout Designator is a card that says, like, if your opponent activates a card, say Maxi, Ash Blossom, Nibiru, and if you have Maxi, Ash Blossom, or Nibiru, or Effect Veiler or something like that in your deck. So like if it's Prank Kids versus Prank Kids, this happened to me. I was playing Prank Kids, my opponent was playing Prank Kids, and he Crossout Designated my Pandemonium. So if you have the card in your deck, whatever card effect your opponent activates, you could use Crossout Designator, then send the card that your opponent activated from your deck, a copy of that card from your deck, and banish it, and that activated opponent's card gets negated. That's the main thing about, Crossout Designator. That's the main reason why people run Crossout Designators. For Prank Kids, it's mainly for countering Nibirus or Ash Blossom or Maxis, but there are other uses for it, as I just told you. Like if you're Drytron versus Drytron, you could Crossout Designator your own Meteonist Drytron, banish it, and your opponent cannot activate it for the rest of their turn. It's pretty awesome if you do it that way. The card I'll send Place. I'm not gonna send the Pandemonium. I'll keep a Pandemonium in my graveyard. But yeah, it's a really wonky card in mirror matchups. Special summon a monster, yes. And then last, Lamsey, special summon out. I'll do another Roxy's. Not gonna activate Butler's Pop. Okay, so here's the... Okay, he's going to link a Rebo. No. So here's the thing, right? He could have a Herald of the Orange Light in his hand. So he could negate either our totally or Butler's pop if he has Herald of the Orange Light. So if he activates Natasha in the graveyard, I will first totally. Natasha will target my Butler. I'll totally it, negating the Natasha's effect. He could Herald of the Orange Light my totally, and then I'll just Butler and pop his field. Like that's the best way I could play if he has a Herald of the Orange Light in his hand. And usually Drytrons, like for them to, if they go second, usually they can't get rid of the back rows that their opponent set. Drytrons do run Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster, but I mean, I've seen people run 1 or 3 Lightning Storm and 1 Harpy's Feather. Like Harpy's Feather Duster is limited to 1, but it depends on the deck you play. Sometimes people don't run Lightning Storm at all. They play, pure Drytron deck, just Harpy's Feather Duster and Lightning Storm. I mean, its skill ring is active on the field. It's not gonna activate, so I'm not gonna negate it. Have you faced Megalith? Oh yeah, I have. Are you talking about the normal rare festival or just in ranked? I've faced Megalith in ranked as well. I have Megalith videos as well. The Megalith, I played against the Trishula version of Megalith. So he is going to go into Meteornist Drytron. So right now, I could totally awesome pop his Meteornist. So I'm gonna, if he doesn't have another Meteornist Drytron, he's gonna be pretty much screwed over right here. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna pop his Meteornist Drytron. Oh, he has call, he has called by the grave. Oh man. I'm not gonna activate Butler just yet. Okay, so if I had used Butler, he would have called by the grave my Butler. Okay, so now my Butler is pretty secure. Unless he has another call by the grave, then my Butler is gonna die. Okay, that card's useless as well. Unless he pops my skill drain, that card's useless as well. It's just a 2800 attack monster on the field. So yeah, I have played against the Trishula Megalith where your opponent, my opponent kept banishing my cards from my graveyard, from my deck, from my hand, like over and over for like I think it was like for over the course of 3 or 4 turns that he kept banishing till I drew into something that could win me the game. The other Megalith I played was pure Megalith, and it wasn't that much of a hot matchup. Like he couldn't get stuff out on the field. Like once skill drain hits the field, it's pretty much game over. Like one game I had skill drain active on the field. He managed to call by the grave my doodle doo. I had skill drain active on the field and he scooped. Other game, like we grinded out against each other over the course of 8 turns. He recycled, I recycled. At the end I won with Battle Butler and Totally Awesome. Because I negated his first chain and he didn't have anything to go into any other cards, and that's how I won that game. So as you can see, he's not running any back row removals. He was running a Natasha, but he's not running any back row removals. And skill drain really kills this deck if they do go second. But yeah, so floodgates for the win. But yeah. So I gotta check out. Did I win or lose the coin toss? Anyways, I gotta check out. Okay, so let me. If I'm thinking this right, even if you do that, so we are playing against some kind of Tri-Brigade. I do have Raigeki in my hand. Okay, I don't have Ash Blossom to negate his Fractal. So if I'm thinking this right? Let me know if I'm thinking it wrong. If our opponent abused us, right? We just get a token on the field, and we don't have anything in our hand to play through it. If I go into Linkaribo, that's just a tribute card to make my opponent's attacking monster go to 0. Link Spider, if I'm Link Spider specials, let me hold up. Let me check out Link Spider real quick. Because I don't want to get the effect wrong. Link Spider, Yu-Gi-Oh! Once per turn, you can special summon one level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand to your zone. So it's from your hand. Okay, that's what I was wondering about. So if you don't have a Pandemonium or some Pandemonium plus one Prankis monster, I mean no, but Rocket Ride would require two Prankis monsters. So Linkaribo would still be a dead card. You need to have another monster to go into Predaplant. Like if you have pranks and you get a token, but token doesn't let you go into Predaplant, right? Because it needs effect monsters, and token is not considered an effect monster. Do you go first if prank kids? Like if you're playing against prank kids or you're playing prank kids? Like if you play prank kids, like yeah, you always want to go first. Unless you know your opponent is playing like the Numeron Network deck. If you know your opponent is playing Numeron Network, let them go first because it'll just screw up the whole turn. The most, like they could set up an Apollo USA on the field. That's the most they could do, or Infitrack, the Infitrack card they could set up on the field. But no, even then, like I would say, go first. Prank kids always want to go first. Oh, I hope I draw into a Raigeki. He would be so pissed. Uh, Interrupter. I mean, Harpy's Feather Duster, not Raigeki. Harpy's Feather Duster, what am I saying? So, one of these two cards I'm gonna assume is. Oh man, Revolt. I'm gonna assume one of those two cards is Revolt. Okay, so here what I'm doing is trying to get him to bait out as Revolt. So I can Raigeki his field to go into my combo. So I'll do this, see if he does something. He Ash Blossoms my search, okay. I mean, that's fine, that's cool, I don't mind. I'm not gonna Pandemonium and go straight into, my combo. I'm not gonna do that. Because even if I get Rocket Ride, if he kills my Rocket Ride, I'm pretty much screwed. Well, no, hold up. Let me think about this. Like, let me think about this. Okay, so if I know he doesn't have any cards, so no Maxi, no Ash Blossom, no Nobiru, nothing. If I Pandemonium, go into Rocket Ride, he activates Revolt, banishes my Rocket Ride. It wouldn't matter to me personally because I could still use the two cards that I have on the field to link climb up till Bow Wow Bark. But no, then, ooh, then I would still be pretty screwed, right? So I would rather start link climbing, make him use one Revolt, then Ash Blossom, I mean not Ash Blossom, Raigeki is field, set down Skill Drain. This card doesn't have. Yeah, it's not okay. It is a revolt, so one revolt. Okay, I'm not gonna activate Pandemonium just yet. I'll put this on auto. I mean on. So it's gonna end up banishing my Dropsies. One, two, two from the graveyard. One. Okay, so he's get. Okay, one more. Okay. So that's gonna go into his Shuriag. So that's one revolt. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about making a Discord server. I have all the things set up. like I just have to, activate it. Actually, you know what? I'll do it this weekend. I'll build up a Discord server for prank kids. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it this weekend. I'll activate it this weekend. Okay. So I can't Narwhal kit and Bear Room. So I can't use Pandemonium right now to go into Rocket Ride because technically this card hasn't selected this card for the banish effect yet. So I can't go into Rocket Ride. Like I need him to banish this card first. So the cost is the special summon. Then you could chain link the effect, and then after the chain link resolves, then you banish. Then you select a card to banish. So I can't do that. Because I learned this the hard way as well. Like, if they activate Shuriak's cost and effect are not the summon is not the summon and select. It's the you activate the effect after the summon. That's the cost. So okay, he's gonna get a Cares off of the Nerval. Okay, and then here's the banish. Okay, so here, like, I'm kind of forced to activate right. Okay, there's no playing around this. I did not see this card. I did not see this card. Oh God. I 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he would just need 1600. If I activate Skill Drain, he would just need 1600. Oh, that sucks. That just sucks. I did not see the rendezvous. I should look at graveyard effects. I did not see the rendezvous. Ay, ay. When did he send? He sent it off of the kit's effect. Uh, that's just game. Even if I activate skill drain, that's just game. Because he's gonna banish off of this. If I activate skill drain, I'll be left with 7,000, and he had 7,400 on the field. Let me see if it was pure Tri Brigade. That rendezvous caught me off guard because usually I don't run into rendezvous. No, it was Zodiac. It wasn't pure. He was running Zodiac Tri Brigade with a kaiju. Was he running one single copy of Rendezvous? And he discarded it off of Kit's effect. Like, that's pretty heads up. That's a pretty heads up play. I'm not gonna lie. Like, usually you don't think about, your opponent Raigekiing you or something, but that's a really heads up play for him to discard the Rendezvous. I like it. I like it. I love it when people make heads up play like this. It makes the game so much more fun. Like, cause I didn't know people could do that. Like, I have never run into an opponent, using Rendezvous's effect. Like, I have seen Rendezvous in people's deck, but I have never seen them activate the Rendezvous's effect itself. Time Thief? He's playing a Time Thief deck? Okay. See, please don't have a negation. No! Alright, my guy, you do you. I still have Ash Blossom. I could negate this card's active effect, right? So Raid Raptor, Time Thief. I'll Ash Blossom it. This could maybe disrupt his combo. Maybe. Can't be too sure. He could have cards in his hand that he still use. Let's see if it disrupts his combo. Hey, what? Raid Raptor with this? Is he playing Rongo Bongo? Oh no, it is Time Thief. Okay. Come on, Raigeki. Come on, Raigeki. No Raigeki. Pandemonium, okay. He got a place. Okay. Ooh. Up to 3 different types of materials from this card, then apply the following effects. Monster, banish this card until the end phase. Spell, draw 1 card, trap. Does he have a trap? He does. Place 1 face-up card your opponent controls on the top of the deck. You can only use this effect of Time Thief or do it once per turn. Okay, so if I want to play through this, once per turn, I mean, not this. Like, if I want to play through this, I'm kind of forced to do Pandemonium and go into Rocket Ride. Because he does have a trap card, so he'll just bounce my card. If I normal summon a card, he'll bounce it. I cannot Monster Reborn anything. Like, I could Monster Reborn these cards, but they're useless to me. So I'm kind of forced to activate Pandemonium. Kind of forced to activate Pandemonium. Using these two. Face up. One. Chainlink 1 Dropsies, Chainlink 2 Fansies. Do I want to activate Chainlink 3? He could have an Ash Blossom, right? He could have an Ash Blossom. Like, I could play greedy and not do this. But I'll end up tributing the Rocket Ride anyway, so I'll just activate it. Okay, he's gonna choose not to do anything. Okay. So he'll probably bounce my Doodle-Doo. He'll bounce my Doodle-Doo. So I probably want another Pandemonium in hand. Or do I want Pranks? Do I want the recycle potential or the ability to go into Weather Washer on his turn? I'll send a place to the graveyard. Special summon out my Lamb Seeds, and off of this it's gonna be Roxy's. So I don't want to activate Roxy's effect because I don't want to banish the Monster Reborn that I have in my hand. So he's still not choosing to do anything. Okay. So I'll start, since I did use Pandemonium, I'm locked into Prankiz only. So I can't go into Nightmare or Predaplant or, you know, Access Code or stuff like that. Special out Pansies. He's still not choosing to bounce, okay. So using these two, I'll go into my Doodle-Doo. And off of the Doodle-Doo, kind of forced to search. Like, I mean, I know he's gonna bounce my doodle do, right? Or is he gonna choose not to? He's not, okay? Hmm. I'll get pranks. I want the recycle potential. Let's see if he activates. He's not, okay. Hmm. I'll activate Doodle Doo. I'll get Pandemonium. And place. See what he does. Okay, so the reason why I'm getting Pandemonium and place I want to get because I can use Monster Reborn, get a monster on the field, use Pandemonium, go into Weather Washer to boost up my Weather Washers to 2500 to actually kill one of these cards. Because it only banishes this card, right? Yeah, it doesn't target other cards. So I'll activate place, search for a Prank Kids. No. Yes. It doesn't matter since we already activated all the cards effects anyways. I'll get one Lampsies. I mean, okay, so I'm hoping that card is not an Abiru. It's gonna kill my whole thing. Like I'm doing this full combo. I'm doing this full combo to actually try to clear out his field. But if he Abiru's us, it's gonna be useless anyways. So again, I still haven't used my normal summon, so I can still normal summon this out. Hmm. Like I have to activate Rocket Ride's effect, right? Yeah, I have to activate Rocket Ride. One card I'll give will be so here's the thing, right? I could literally get out Dropsies and Pansies and go straight into Battle Butler. But if I do that, I have to put this on. So once Battle Butler hits the field, he'll be forced to use this card's effect to bounce. I'll activate Battle Butler Tribute itself. I mean, he could use two effects: banish, bounce, and draw. He'll get this back on his turn. I could Monster Reborn one card, then using these two go into Bow Wow Bark, but it wouldn't really matter, right? I wouldn't have Pandemonium in my hand because I already activated Doodle Doo's effect. So no, I don't want to do that. If I go into Rip Roaring Roaster, he's gonna bounce it anyways. So what card? I'll get one, two. No. No, we're not gonna activate Pandemonium. I mean, let's see. Even if he bounces my Bow Wow Bark, right? What card would I banish? I'll probably end up banishing Monster Reborn. So I kind of need these two cards. Even with Monster Reborn, what card can I get out? I could just get out a Doodle Doo. Yeah, I need the recycle potential, so I'm gonna banish the Monster Reborn. Maxi, okay. I'll get another Dropsies. No. Let's see if he bounces. So he's still not gonna bounce. Okay. You know what? I will go into Weather Washer this turn itself. I'm not gonna wait. Because I could have set down the Pandemonium and waited till his turn to go into it. But no, I'm gonna do it this turn. So now, okay, so he is gonna do it. I was gonna say, what he could do, like he doesn't know what cards I have in my hand. He could bounce one of these, so I'll be forced to use these two. But we have a Lampsies in our hand, so we're pretty safe with that. Okay. So he's gonna banish this card. So let's see what card he's gonna bounce by Bow Bark. All right. Actually, no. I'm not gonna use the card I have on the field. I mean, in my hand. I'll activate Pranks, boost this up by 5. No. Activate Pranks. No. No. I'm not gonna normal the Pranks. I know I could get 1500 more damage, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep it for my next turn's play. No. Okay. I'm gonna end my turn on this. No. No. Activate Pranks. Yes. So I'll get 1, 2, and 3. I know I only use one Doodle Doo, but still I get a Doodle Doo back. Draw into an infinite Imperm, okay. I'm not gonna use my Maxi on just one special summon. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so it's his draw phase. I'm gonna chain link one, activate Maxi. See if he has anything. No, okay. I'll activate Weather Washer and I will use Meowmoo to get 1 and 2. So these two cards are immune from Battle Destruction. The two cards that I'm getting off of the Weather Washer. So here's the thing, right? I still could have gone into Bow Bark. He got a monster. Oh man. Okay, so he can just banish this card. So here's the thing, right? I'll put this on auto for now. Here's the thing. When I used Pandemonium, I could have used... I mean, I still couldn't go into Bow Bark anyways. Is this considered a quick effect? It is a quick effect. Ooh. Opponent cannot target them with card effects. You can target one person with this monster gets their attack for each portion currently attached to it. Okay. I mean, I don't care him destroying my Weather Washer. Weather Washer is meant as a card to eat up damage anyway. Eat up, monster attacks anyways. Once it activates its effect, we don't care about it. And he ended his turn, okay. He's gonna get one more card. Let's see what card he gets. He got a spell card, so monster and spell. I mean, the only traps I run are infinite imperm, so he can't bounce my card. There's some Xyz monsters you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. So I could still destroy this and target it with card effects. Okay, so he has a monster and a spell. So monster will banish that card itself. Spell will draw him a card. So here's the thing, right? I'm kind of worried about Nibiru. So I'll go up till 1, 2, 3. So I'll go up till Doodle Doo. Because I have Thunder Dragon Fusion in my hand. Thunder Dragon Fusion is activatable because I do have. Oh. So I have to start with. Okay, I have to start with Dropsies and not the Fansies. I'll activate Dropsies, Chain Link 2 to Pranket's place. So even if he Ash Blossoms it, we do have Chain Block. Special out a monster, yes. Like, do I want to? No, I don't want to banish any card that I have in my hand right now. I don't. So 1 special summon, 2. Doodle Doo would be 3. Because if I don't care about, like, if I could outright kill him this turn. I have enough damage in my, I mean, enough gas in my hand to outright kill him. If I, play greedy and don't care about Nibiru. Should I do it that way? Should I play greedy? Should I say, straight up, my opponent doesn't have Nibiru? I mean, I don't care about the Ash Blossom on Doodle Doo search. So as you can see, he could have Ash Blossom the first effect, and we'll be left with 1 card and 1 Meowmoo. But instead, since we chain blocked, the Ash Blossom hit the Doodle Doo. And we don't care about the search from the Doodle Doo because we're not going to use Pandemonium. We have Place. I still haven't used Fansies effect yet, so I'll give another Fansies. So now here's the thing. I'll bounce. I'll start bouncing his card. I'll discard the imperm. I'll start bouncing his cards. I'll discard the imperm since I still have my normal summon left. So I'll bounce the hack. And if it does, and also has a material that is owned by your opponent's credit. Okay, so I'll bounce that. Then I'll go into access code using these 2. And I'm still worried about Nibiru. That's the reason why I'm doing this. If he has Nibiru, he's gonna straight up Nibiru or access code. Okay, he's gonna banish to draw. I'm gonna first normal this. See if his side. Okay, so his side of the field didn't light up, so now it's game over. This is it. Once Butler hits the field, this is game. He's gonna surrender off of that. So thankfully he didn't draw into a Nibiru. I'm pretty sure he was searching for Nibiru or some, battle phase ender or something. I'm I know what Time Thief decks do, but he could be running some other card. So he was running Nibiru. So he was searching for one Nibiru that he had. So I played greedy. I didn't play safe, and the game rewarded me for it. He didn't draw into Nibiru, thankfully, and we could just end the game right there. But as you guys saw, like sometimes if you play greedy, like I don't know, like if you some of you guys were there yesterday when I was streaming, I played against the Altergeist, right? I played safe when I was ending the game, and the game punished me by my opponent having infinite imperm in his hand. Like I did take the maxi challenge. I did give him cards, but it was up to the point that I could end the game. So I tried to play it safe by not giving him one last draw to not go into Rocket Ride using the stuff I had in my hand. And my opponent was at like some 4,000 something HP, and I had access code with 5300, and I went into attack phase and he impaired my access code. So the game punished me by me not playing greedy. And after that, I tried to play greedy, tried to activate, you know, Weather Watcher on my field using the Meowmoo, and the game, and he had, I think he had Ash Blossom or another imperm in his hand that negated my Weather Watcher's effect that made me lose the game. So I tried to play greedy, tried to play it safe, and the game made me lose the game for it. And we literally drew it to a hard brick. So I'll set down Skill Drain. Like I can't even Monster Reborn because I haven't used we haven't used Maxi or Ash Blossom, so it's a complete brick. So okay, so now am I scared about my opponent just outright killing me this turn? If I'm worried about it, I'll be forced to set down either Ash Blossom or Maxi. I I'll play greedy. I'm not gonna play it safe. I'll play greedy. See if the game rewards me for it or punishes me for it. Again, if you guys have any comment or questions, just put it in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. And welcome to my channel. I mean stream. Um, I started streaming like 3 or 4 days ago, and yeah, I try to stream from 10 to 12 or 10 to 1 or 9 to 1 Eastern Standard Time PM. But sometimes I can't because I'm still studying and working at the same time. So yeah, I try to do it every day. But if I miss a couple of like I miss 1 or 2 days, so hopefully you guys understand that. I'll activate Ash. I mean Maxi and Skill Drain. I know it's gonna put me at 7,000 and I have nothing on the field, but I have to do it. Droolan lock normal summon, okay, and oh, he's gonna pop my card. It's the hand active. Oh no! Oh, I shouldn't have greeted. I should have said down Ash Blossom. He's gonna Dragloobleon, and Dragloobleon's effect is gonna get him the number 100 Luminous Dragon, and that's gonna be at 9,000. He's gonna kill us. As this game, like I started hard brick, I played greedy, and game punished me. The game punished me super hard for it. I should have set down a card. I probably should have set down Ash Blossom. I was being greedy with the play, I know, but like I wanted to keep a negate in my hand. Oh man, the game punished us super hard. I know what kind of deck my opponent is playing too. Since I saw, so he was playing Denko Sekka. So I know this card. So, oh man, he popped my skill drain. Otherwise, I would have won. I could have played more. That's just sad. So that's a Kaiju Danger deck where they have Lancelot and Lancelot. What else? They have Dingirsu. They go Lancelot, Dingirsu, Zeus, and they go into Luminous. They outright kill you. Dragluvion into Luminous. They just give you 9,000 whack in the face. That like again a hard brick. This I have 2 Ash Blossoms, so I'll set down 1 Ash. So as you can see, how many games did you play today? I think 6 or 7 games so far, right? 6 or 7 games, and I bricked twice so far, and 2 games in a row. So I do brick. Like you, all the videos you guys see on YouTube that are, like I sometimes I make mistakes in my plays, but they're smooth. Like I don't brick or so. Oh my god. He's gonna kill us. He's straight outright gonna kill us. Because that's gonna be, yeah, 1,000, this is not gonna pop. This 2,000, 2,000 will pop this, and 4,000, 4,000, 8,000 into my face. I can't even Ash Blossom his effects. Hard brick, hard brick, hard brick. So hold up, let me see how many games I played today. I'll show you. We started with right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. 10 games, 2 bricks. That's been the consistent record for me. I'll brick 1 or 2 times in 10 games. That's my that's the consistency of this deck. But not like statistic with this deck. I'll brick at least once or twice in 10 games. Guy, I brick super hard. Oh man. How many hours did I stream? 130, right? So after this game, I'll go into Synchro Event. I'll play 1 or 1.5 hour of Synchro. I play 1.5 hour of Prank Kids, I'll play 1.5 hour of Synchro. And the Synchro deck that I'm using is Virtual World. Like, if you guys want me to, I'll use the loner decks. The combo is pretty self-explanatory. I'll explain you the combos as I go through it, but and our opponent is playing Tri Brigade, but I don't know what kind. He's playing Zodiac Tri Brigade, okay. So Zodiac's, he's probably gonna stop on Drident, right? Yeah, he's gonna probably stop on Drident. So 1 or 2 material Drident. If he goes up till Zeus, I can Nibiru him, because if he goes greedy and makes a 6 material Zeus, I could easily Nibiru him. But let's see, so that's 2 materials. Let's see if he goes into Drident, if he goes into 2 material Drident. No, okay, Tiger Mortar. So is he going to go into 6 material Zeus? Or is he, no, he's not, okay. So that's his 3rd special summon. That's gonna be the 4th. I mean, no, it's just gonna get the card into his, yeah. Okay. So it's still his 3rd special summon. Let's see if he goes into Chaka 9. He does go into Chaka 9, so that's 4th special summon. So even if he goes into Drident or Zeus now, we could counter him. That's his 5th special summon. So he's gonna summon out the Tiger Mortar. I'm gonna Nibiru him right here. I'm not gonna wait for him to go into, his combo. So I'll just Nibiru him right here. Does he have a cross? He doesn't have a cross out, okay. So he's gonna have a really small defense token. The token won't have that much defense. No attack, no defense. He's gonna set a card, okay, set 2 cards. Oh, let me draw into Harpy's Feather Duster. My opponent will just scoop. If I draw into Harpy's Feather Duster, my opponent will just scoop. I'm pretty sure. Okay, no Harpy's Feather Duster. So I'll start by Prank His Place. Okay, again, anytime you have Prank His Place or Terraforming, always start with Prank His Place or Terraforming. This hand is pretty bad because I don't have Pandemonium or, any hand trap negates or something like that. We had Nibiru, but we already used Nibiru, but So the card I'll search for, I'll do Fansies. So usually I do say that the card you search for, you want to start the combo off of that, but I'm not gonna do it this turn. Since I have 2 Dropsies, I'm gonna start with Dropsies. Hopefully Link climb up to Doodle Doo. Oh, Maxi. Okay, so I'll just go into battle. Okay. I'm not going to take the Maxi challenge because in case he draws into his own Nibiru, we're gonna be pretty screwed. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, half my mind. I kind of want to go up till Doodle Doo because if I get up till Doodle Doo, he'll draw one, two, three. He'll draw three cards, but I could at least get a Pandemonium in my hand. Because if I get a Pandemonium, I could get at least get a Weather Washer, or even outright go into Battle Butler. But I'll be giving him three cards, so he'll have four. He'll have five cards going on his turn. Hmm. Like, do I want to do it that way? One, two, three, four. Because here's the thing, right? If he has a monster, he goes up to Zeus. If we have Pandemonium, I think if he goes into Zeus or Pandemonium and stuff on the field, will be useless. Like, like I would rather not. I would rather not give him cards, hoping that he doesn't draw into anything. Because the more cards I give him, if he gets Zeus on Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, okay. As I was saying, if I had gone up till Pandemonium and gotten out those cards on the field, like this card, we were not immune to card destruction because Doodle Doo. I mean, Bow Wow Bark. Bow Wow Bark didn't get activated. We never went to do a Bow Wow Bark. Okay, he's gonna emergency. I mean, compulsory evacuation. My side of the field's Kaiju. Okay, so I'm not worried about this Kaiju as well. I could bounce it, but like if he has another Maxi or something like that, it's gonna be really, really annoying for us to, actually deal with his stuff. Okay, so he does have something that he can activate. I'm not too sure what it is yet. So I'll chain block with the place. It's gonna lower this card's attack by 500. Get 28. So he could have a Nibiru in his hand. If he Nibiru's us, his field to get wiped as well. But he does have a Kaiju. So I have to remember he has a Kaiju in his hands. And Kaiju's tribute summon is a mechanic with Kaiju that you can't, it doesn't start a chain. And you can't block it. You can't negate it. No, okay, so he's still gonna allow us to go into a combo, okay. I'll add Pranks, since I do have Pandemonium in my hand. And I'll throw away a Pandemonium. I'll discard a Pandemonium. Special summon out my... We started with Lamb Seas. So we haven't used the effect of Drop Seas yet. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I could use... I'll activate Pranks. Like if he allows me to go into my combo, I can outright kill him. Not going to use Pandemonium. I'll activate Pranks, and I'll discard the pansies in my hand. Okay. He's gonna kill our... Okay. So we're not going to get a token. So I can't... I mean, he still has a kaiju in his hand. Like I was counting on the token to go into Nightmare and then go into Access and start popping and let's kill him. But now I can't do that. So if I use Pandemonium, I'll be locked into Prank Kids. So I could just do this. Go into Predaplant. Right? Go into Predaplant. Then I could use Pandemonium. My butler is gonna hit him for 5, 6, 7, 700. Rocket Ride is gonna hit him for 25. I could still get... I can't get because... Well, no, I could still get stuff out. So yeah, I'll activate... No, but if I activate Pandemonium first, I'm gonna be locked into Prank Kids only. But this card still goes Prank Kids only. So yeah, I'll activate Pandemonium first. And if I activate this card first, I'll be locked out of special summoning for the rest of the turn. So I'll activate this first. Go into Rocket Ride using the 2 cards that I have in my hand. Face up attack. I'll activate Dropsies. I'm not going to activate anything else. Special out a monster. I mean, it doesn't matter because I already used all the graveyard's effect except for Roxy's. But I can't use Roxy since I don't have a card in my hand to banish. Then I'll activate Predaplant's effect. Use Thunder Dragon Fusion. If I do this, I am going to be logged out of special summoning for the rest of the turn. But I kind of have to do this. Face up attack. But I could outright kill him this turn, right? Activate Place. Is gonna boost all my monsters' attack by 500. Go into battle phase, kill his kaiju with this. If he doesn't stop us, we just win the game now. So I was saying this is the combo that I wanted to go into, but I was scared about him debuting us. So for this combo, you have to remember for Predaplant's effect. So I kind of forgot about it, Predaplant's effect like a day or two ago when I activated Predaplant. I was wondering why I couldn't go into Rocket Ride, but Predaplant's effect makes it so that once you use Predaplant's effect, you're locked. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of your turn. So I'll show you right here. You can pay 2,000 life points and send 1 fusion or polymerization normal or quick play spell from your deck to your graveyard. This effect becomes that spell's effect when that card is activated. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. So as you can see, always use Predaplant's effect at the end of your combo, because if you use it, you cannot special summon monsters. Special summon meaning you cannot get them out from the graveyard. You cannot special summon from your extra deck. You cannot use Monster Reborn. Any of the cards that says you special summon out a monster, you cannot use them. So that's why I activated Pandemonium first, then went into Predaplant to get my butler out, so that I wouldn't get locked out. But anyways, that was a pretty good game. So as I said before, I will start synchro now for an hour and a half. So tell me if you guys want me to play, my deck or the loner deck. With this synchro event, it's like either you go first, you get a subpar decent hand or a good hand, you win. Or you go first, you break, and you pass, or your opponent goes first and they get you have no hand trap negates. Your opponent just puts big monsters and negates on the field, and you lose automatically. Excuse me. Or they can't do much, and then you can actually go into your play. There's never an even matchup. Anyway, so let's start the synchro event. I'll play a couple of games of synchro. It's 8 or 10 games of synchro, and then I'll end my stream for today, I think. But let's see how far I can do it. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, hi, welcome, hello. Like I try to stream every day, 9 to 12, 9 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. stuff like that. So yeah, you guys could check me out. I upload 2 videos of prank kids. I am a prank kids main player. I upload 2 daily YouTube videos of prank kids. So yeah, you guys could check it out. Let's start with our synchro event. So I'll start by activating this. Quanlu? No, I'm not gonna use emergency teleport. And usually the card you want to set with Quanlu is your Chuche. I'll get Chuche on the field. And if you have Hime in your hand, I mean Lulu in your hand. Okay, so I'm not gonna start with Lulu because he could have an Ash Blossom, right? Ash Blossom or what's that card? Psygear or something like that. So I have a 6 tuner, I have a level 3 normal. I'll activate with this card, GG. Oh, this is Lao Lao, right? I'll target the Chuche. Not gonna use the emergency teleport. The card I want to send to the graveyard. I'll send what's that card? Quinlong into the graveyard. Set this in defense. Activate Quinlong. I'm gonna select Quinlong. Banish it. Not gonna activate emergency teleport. The card I want from my deck to my hand. What card? I don't have this card, right? So I'll get the Lily from my deck to my hand. I'll send to the graveyard the emergency teleport. It's gonna be quite a long combo, so stick with me, alright? Okay, so now I'll do Lulu. Target the Chuche. The card I want to send to the graveyard is my Nyan. Face up defense. Get a card from deck to the hand. Yes, I'll get the Quinlong. Then, using these 2 monsters, I'll special out my Stardust Charge Warrior. With Charge Warrior's effect, I'll draw a card, Called by the Grave. Okay, pretty nice. So then I'll activate the Lao Lao. Activate Lao Lao. Target this. Send a card to the graveyard. I'll send another Nyan. Face up defense. So summon a monster. So what do I want to get a tuner? No, I don't want to get a tuner, right? Because I'll get like Nyan will special summon out on the field as a tuner. So I want to get a normal. I don't want to get a tuner. Now I'll go into my Ultimaya Solkin using the Charge Warrior and the Lao Lao. Face up defense. And once this card sees me set a card, it's going to activate. So I'll activate the Solkin. Special out our Monster Negate. the really important card in the Synchro event. The Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. What can I special into? Still special into... No. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while you have two or more monsters in your graveyard with the same original type and attribute, but different names. So same original type. Okay, same. It's not a tuner. These two are considered same types and attributes, right? Psychic tuner effect, but different names. Well, I mean, so I'll activate the Lily. I'll target a monster. No, I'm not gonna negate my own card. I'm gonna send to the graveyard the Zwanwu. If that's the name, right? Zwanwu, yeah. Get it up in defense. From my deck to my graveyard. No, I don't want to use that effect. How many cards? Okay. I'll activate this. So now here I have a choice, right? Do I want to go into Shenlong? Shenshen, not Shenlong. Shenshen. Shenshen will basically become a macrocosmos on the field. Could use these two. Yeah, I'll go into Shenshen. Face up attack. I'll get the 9. Oh, that's fine as well. No. I'll activate the Quinlong in my hand. Activate it. I'm banishing one card. I'll banish... What card do I have? I have Nyan, right? So I'll banish this. Target this. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna be for my turn. Put this on. End my turn. No. Yes. The card I want back is our Lulu. I'll get Lulu back. Not gonna activate the Chuche. So now it's my opponent's turn. The Zolkin, as long as a synchro monster is on the field, this card cannot be destroyed. Our Shenshen X is our macrocosmos, and this card is just, you know, monster negate. So what card? Is he playing Ancient Warriors? Okay. Do add. Okay. So that's his normal, right? While you control another Ancient Warriors monster, your opponent's monster cannot target this card for attacks. You can only use each of them. So one card from your hand to the graveyard, add one Ancient Warriors ranking. If there's another Ancient Warrior, it's activated. Okay, so I'll just activate Chuche and pop his card. Like, I don't want him and our opponent's coops on that, okay? So yeah, Synchro Event is like you go first, you wreck your opponent goes for first, wrecks you, or you know, there's literally no middle ground in Synchro. So again, this is my deck. I'll show you guys the deck real quick. It's the virtual world deck. Like I already built a virtual world deck. I just adjusted some cards in the virtual world with the Synchro Event. So as you can see, if you guys want a deck profile, just tell it to me. I'll give it to you. This is not supposed to be in here. This fairy tale snow is not supposed to be in here. I was supposed to have two of these. The fairy tale snow was not supposed to be in here. Okay. So yeah, that's the deck. Just tell it if you guys want a deck profile. Tell it to me. I'll give it to you. Okay, so let's see. So I lost the coin toss. Okay. So now I'm gonna have to wait. Like, okay, so I am competitive by nature. Like I don't admit defeat till I know I lose. I say that a lot, but that's in ranked. In synchro, like I'm not gonna wait for like full 5 or 6 minutes to for my opponent to go through a full combo. Like he's playing virtual world. I have no negates in my hand. But it still depends. So if he gets Zolkin, I'll scoop because Zolkin will make it so that I can't do shit with my hand. So he has no tuners. Oh, he did get a tuner now, okay. He's gonna adjust the card's level. He's gonna make it go to 6, okay. So does he want to go up into Shenshen? That's probably a Shenshen now. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So he's gonna. Okay, fine. He's not gonna have 2 in his banishment to use Chuche. Okay, so I'm not gonna scoop just yet. I'm gonna wait till I'll see what he ends up on. Okay, so he's gonna get a Lulu off of the Wurch. Okay, crap. Okay, I got a Lulu. Okay, so guys, I'll be right back in 10 seconds or 1 minute. I mean, real quick. I have to. My dog's scratching my door. Hold up 1 second. Oh god, he did. Okay, I'm back. Our opponent did do the full combo with Zolkin and the Stardust. So this is pretty much game over. That those 2 cards will go into Shenshen. This literally the oh, it's gonna be Stardust Charger. Okay, this is literally the combo I did last game. This is literally the combo I did last game. Yeah, oh god, he goes into Shenshen. I mean, that's just game. So this is basically synchro. Like you go first, you wreck your opponent. You go second, your opponent wrecks you. There's literally no middle ground. The synchro event sucks. Like in normal rare festival or even the Link festival, you could actually play with some stuff. You could actually get good games. You duke it out with your opponent. But synchro, like in my opinion, synchro sucks. Like I really don't like synchro event. I'll just go back to prank kids. I mean rank duel climb. Not even climb, like rank duel. Like I really hate this synchro event. Anyway, so let's get on to the rank play. Our opponent is plat 1. We are going second. Okay. So I'm just hoping at this point my opponent's not playing, Nurse Burn. Like I really hate playing against that deck. Okay, so for tomorrow, so today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'll another cancer deck. Like I'm hoping to draw into a Harpy's Feather Duster. If I draw into a Harpy's Feather Duster, this guy would be pissed. He would probably insta surrender. Okay. Hoping to draw into a Harpy's Feather Duster. Practice plays Excuse me, Macrocosmos. I mean, I can't do anything. Like, this is game over. I can't do anything against this. I needed to hard draw a Harpy's Feather Duster. Okay, so 2 hours. I'll stream for 1 more hour, I think, and then I'll call it a day for today. But yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll try to stream from morning till night because I am free these 3 days. So I'll try to stream as much as I can tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see when the streaming actually starts. I'll separate my streams into 2 to 3 hour sessions so that in between those sessions I could take like, a 5, 10 minute break and then start the stream again so that, anything I upload on the YouTube is not like 10 hours long or something like that. Anyways, so I did win the coin toss, plat one. I do have uh, polymerization in my hand. So let's see if our opponent allows us to go into totally awesome combo. And what I mean by allow us is that he doesn't Ash Blossom the first graveyard activation. Because if he does that, we're pretty much screwed because we don't have any other plays in our hand. So he doesn't have Ash Blossom, which is pretty nice. I'll send plays since I have Pranks and Pandemonium in my hand. Special summon out. It doesn't matter what you special summon out. Because up till Doodle Doo, all the combos stay the same. So it doesn't matter what you do. Like, okay, in some situations, like, yeah, you want to get specific summons out. Like, sometimes you need health points to activate skill drain. So you want Dropsies. Sometimes your opponent has 500 life points, so you want Lamseas to burn him. But generally, in the first starting, like, in the first turn you start your combo off of, it doesn't matter like what card, like if you have like 3 Roxys in hand, right? Like you want to get Roxys to banish one Roxys to draw into another card. Yeah, that's a situational call, but usually it doesn't matter. You want your second special summon to be Fansies, so you could discard and then search off of Doodle Doo, so you know what you want to search and discard. But yeah, we started with Fansies, so normally this would be your Fansies, but we started with Fansies. So I mean, it doesn't matter as long as our opponent doesn't Ash Blossom us, right? We're pretty chill. We're chill. We're chilling. The card I'll add from my deck to my hand will be Place, since I already have Pranks and Pandemonium. So I don't need I only run one Pranks and I don't need another copy of Pandemonium. So I'll special summon out a monster, which will be Lamseas. In the first 3 rotations of your cards, normally you want to get your 3 pieces you need for Battle Butler as your special summons, because if you can get them to the graveyard in case your opponent summons out monsters, or he already has monsters on the field, and you can go to Predaplant, get a Butler, and pop their field completely that turn itself. If you have the three Battle Butler pieces in your graveyard. So yeah. So I'll activate, like I don't even have to activate Doodle Doo. Excuse me. To be honest, I don't even have to activate Doodle Doo. I could just use Polymerization, use these two, go into... What I could do, use Place. I could use Place, search for Roxy's. No. Yes. I could search for Roxy's, use Pandemonium on these two, get 2 Dropsies out, go into, but then no, I don't want to do it that way. So I'll just activate Doodle Doo. Get 2 of yeah, I'll get both the Prankist monsters out. I'm not gonna get another place out. I'll get both Prankist monsters out. I'll use Polymerization, not Pandemonium, because Pandemonium locks you into Prank Kids only. So if you want to go in totally, you have to use Polymerization. So at this point, I could literally just go into Battle Butler. I really could. I could go into Battle Butler, Fancy's effect will go off, I'll get another special summon, I could use Pranks, discard this, get a token, and use those two to go into Battle Bark. I could do it that way. And set Pandemonium on the down on the field. I could do it that way, but I'm not. I'm just saying it's an option you have. But I won't be able to, you know, go into. If I do it that way, do I want to use? Actually, I kind of do want to use the Roxys in my hand. Yeah, I'll use the Roxys in my hand, so I get 2 more special summons. So Chainlink 1, Lamses, Chainlink 2, Roxys, and then Chainlink 3, my Rocket Ride. Since we are not attacking this turn, I'll Chainlink 3 Rocket Ride. I'm not going to activate Place. Again, this card will get tributed for its effect, so no point in boosting this card up by 500. With Roxys, I'll banish the Fansies. I'll banish the Fansies in my hand. I draw into another Fancy, it's pretty nice. Special summon out a monster, yes, which will be Dropsies. Lamses effect will go off. Special summon out a monster, yes, which will be another Dropsies. I'll activate. I'll Xyz into. I'll Xyz into my. Yeah, totally awesome first. Sorry, I kind of zoned out. I mean, my mind kind of blanked out there, but I'm going totally awesome using that. Activate Rocket Ride. Okay, so over here, I mean, no, like I'll just get like it doesn't matter what you get out because you're gonna use those 2 cards to go into Bow Wow Bark anyways. So that, and then just use these 2 cards to go into Bow Wow Bark. You already used all your graveyard effects, so these cards won't activate in the graveyard. So this is gonna be your kind of your end board once you're done setting down your cards, and then skill drain. Let's see what can I take out. So 1, 2, 3. But if I do that, 1, 2, 3. If I do that, I can't use. So if I use Bow Wow Bark, I'm gonna be forced to get a Meow Moo out. No, right? No, 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 I won't. So I'll just end my turn. I'll activate Prankest Pranks. Yes, I will activate Prankest Pranks. I'll get 1, 2, 3. Do I wanna 3? Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do 1, 2, 3 of these. I'll get them back into my deck or extra deck, and then I draw into a Maxi, which is pretty nice. Oh, I forgot to put this on. So oh, yeah, quickly put that on back on. You always want to put that on before you end your turn. Just saying. Usually, with any deck you play, because if you have any activatable cards on the draw phase, you could use them. So when you have Maxi in your hand, I always use Maxi to check whether your opponent has an Ash Blossom or some effect negation in their hand or not, because if they do, it's gonna light up their side of the field so you know they have something. And if they are a combo deck, they're kind of gonna be forced to use it on your Maxi and not on your Bow Wow Bark, unless they have like 2 Called by the Graves. But you know, it's not often that opponents have 2 Called by the Graves in their hand simultaneously. So I know I'm playing against True Draco because he doesn't have any extra deck. And against True Draco, do I want to activate Skill Drain? I kind of do. I want to activate Skill Drain because if he doesn't pop my back row, I can, negate his monster's activation of them setting a spell trap from their deck to onto the field or get them into their hand. I don't want them, getting those effects and setting cards on the field. So we are even if he harpies feather dusters us or lightning. What? What? Okay. Is he playing? Like, Skill Drain is active on the field, so this card is useless now. Is he playing? Oh my god, what do you know? We finally ran into an Exodia. We finally ran into an Exodia deck. Like I have never, till now, since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels, have ever run into an Exodia player. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, uh, what do you call, totally awesome the chicken game. The card I want to totally awesome is the Golden Sword because Golden Sword gets him 2 cards. Nah, don't care about that. Since this card is negated, like, I don't think that there's any way he can draw into Exodia, right? I mean, let him pop his card, let him draw a card. Even if he draws into a Lightning Storm or Harpy's Feather Duster, there's no way he can clear the back row because we have totally on the field. No, and since he has a monster on the field, he can't imperm. I mean, not just monster. Since he has cards on the field, he can't imperm it. And usually Exodias don't run imperm. All they run is card draw engines. So let's see if our opponent can actually do something about our field. Like they don't even run clears. I don't think they run because that one clear, if they draw into it, it could stop their, card draw engine. No. Okay, so I'm scared about, if he has like 3 or 4 Exodia cards in his hand and he just needs one more, like it's gonna be a pretty memey game if that happens. I won't be mad. I'll be pretty, like it would be pretty amazing if he does it that way. But I don't think like it's really rare to start with 3 or 4 Exodia cards in your hand. Okay, another Into the Void, sure. I'm not gonna stop his 1 card draws. So far he drew 4 cards, right? Chicken Game drew 1. Anka no more fitted drew 1. 1, 2. Through Into the Void drew 1 into the so far he drew 4 cards. But 4 cards, okay, let's see. So if he ends his turn, his whole hand will be discarded because of the Into the Void. So somehow he has to end the game this turn. Otherwise his whole hand is gone. And we could so guys, okay. If you don't know chicken game, anytime your opponent has chicken game on the field, never go into attack phase. Like never ever go into attack phase because chicken game will make it so that the player with the lowest LP takes no damage. You have to use 1000 life point to pop this card. Pay 1000 life points, pop this card to actually damage your opponent. So never forget that. Like if you start attacking your opponent directly and they get a shield and you're wondering why that's happening when chicken game's on the field and your opponent has lower HP than you, it's because you did not pop their chicken game on the field using 1000 life points. So keep that in mind. Like chicken game's pretty deceptive. Like if you don't pop it, you could forget about it, not pop it. It's pretty deceptive. And our opponent scooped. Like that skill drain really killed him because he couldn't activate the library. His skill drain just made it so that he can't tap into his draw engine over and over. Like yeah, he can draw, but he can't just keep drawing over and over and over until he gets the full Exodia. So as you can see, he was playing Exodia. Usually when you run into people with no extra decks, you usually assume it's true Draco. But this one time in over 3 months, finally I ran into Exodia and he just imploded on himself because of skill drain. So the card I was gonna totally was this Golden Bamboo Sword. If you control a bamboo sword equipped, draw 2 cards. So if he had like a Cursed Bamboo Equip, and then he goes into Golden, he draws 2. Or, use it on Mallet. But I was waiting for either Mallet or Golden Bamboo Sword to Ash, I mean, not Ash, to Totally Awesome. But yeah, those were the cards I was waiting for. Because they offer more card draws than, just one card draw. One card from less card from their hand and one card draw. Golden Sword would be one less card from their hand and 2 draws. The Mallet would be, shuffling cards from their hand into the deck to draw as many cards as they can, as many cards as they shuffled into the deck. So I was waiting to totally either of those cards. So okay, I think it was Plat 4, right? And he is playing Tri Brigade. I don't know what kind. It could be Zodiac or, Bird Up or Pure. I mean, I have no hand traps, so I'm kind of just stuck here waiting for him to end this combo. So if you guys have any questions or comments, just type it and I'll respond to it that way. So let's see. He got up to Karis, okay, so he got his Fractal, Kit, Nerval, Karis Special, discard another Kit, okay. So with this, he's probably going to go into Farragut. Like, that's their turn 1 combo, right? They go into Farragut. They don't go into Link 3 or Link 4. They go into Link 2 Farragut. So, yep, that's Banish 2. He's going to get a Farragut on the field. When Farragut is going to activate, and it's special summon 1 level 4. Usually, I think the level 4 would be... Oh, so it's Nerval. He had a Nerval in his hand. Okay, so he's going to go Nerval. With this, he's going to banish another 2. And he can only banish 2 more, so he's going to go into another Farragut. I don't think... No, he's not. Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to Bear Brum. Okay, let's see if it's gonna use this card's Link Summon effect. Like, so Apollo USA, he's going into Apollo USA, okay. So he probably has Revolt in his hand. Oh crap. So Apollo USA with Revolt. I mean, we could chain block with, if we can get Place, we could chain block with Place. The first graveyard activation, we could chain block it with Place. Second graveyard activation, we could block it with Doodle Doo. But we won't be able to search for... Holy, 4 negates Apollo USA. So he did get Revolt. And he does have 4, he could still get stuff from his banishment pile as well, so he'll have 1 banish effect with Revolt. He got Kit on the field. What? Is he gonna go into another Farragut? He's going into another Farragut, and I'm assuming. Is Farragut hard once per turn? Oh, it's not, it's a Bear Brum, okay. Like, okay, so this is really weird for me. Okay, so he's going to Silver Sheep. A Silver Sheller, sorry, Rugal the Silver Sheller. And that's his Revolt. Ooh, that's too much stuff. Too much stuff. He used his entire hand to set up his field. Maxi would have been nice at the beginning of our turn, not gonna lie. In our first hand, Maxi would be pretty good. So he can't deny me my search, so I could search because he doesn't have any card in his hand. No, I'll get a Place. And Place will help us block the first graveyard activation. If he allows us the first graveyard activation, the Place will block the first graveyard activation. Okay, so he's gonna revolt right now. I'll activate Maxi right now. Because I kind of want to draw into more cards. Like, if I can, I want to kill him this turn itself. Okay, that's fine with me. I'm not gonna activate Pandemonium. So the reason he pops Place is because he probably knows that Place will make it so that, you know, I can chain block with the Place. So he's using Revolt to get Shuriak to pop my Place. So we'll draw 2 cards off of... Oh, Maxi got negated, never mind. We're not gonna draw 2 cards. So we blew 1 charge off of Apollo USA. I just need to blow 1 more to just attack into it and kill it so I could go into my combo. Alright. So there's the Shuriag. Shuriag's gonna come online and that's going to... I mean, even if he banishes it, we still draw. We still get a draw, right? If a card is spell summoned or any other beast, wing beast, or wing beast monster is spell summoned to a field, you can banish 1 card. Okay. So here's the thing, right? I could add a Fansies, use Pandemonium, go straight into Battle Bowler. I would have 2 cards on the field because he'll negate one of the effects. Or, like, I'm gonna have to use Pandemonium anyways, right? Because he's just gonna Ash block. I mean, he's just gonna Apollo USA the first graveyard activation. So I'll be forced to go into Rocket Ride. So I'll be logged into Prank Kids only anyway. So I'll rather get Fansies than get another card and not go into Battle Butler. So let's see does he have a Rendezvous? So okay, so I suffered at the hand of Rendezvous last turn, last game, like last game I played against Zodiac Tri Brigade. I'm not gonna activate Pandemonium just yet because if I chainlink Pandemonium and I get my Butler out this turn, no, I'm still not gonna activate Pandemonium because this card's cost and effect are this. Like you activate the effect and after it resolves, then the cost is the resolution and then you activate the effect. So yeah, this card's effect is negated, so he can't use it. And it's not a quick effect, it's only on their turn. So he gets a Keras, okay. He's gonna banish my Place. No, let's see. So now I'll activate Pandemonium since he already blew through all his plays. So I'll activate Butler, I'll get Butler, and then I'll start link climbing into my stuff. I'll get Butler on the field. I'll activate all these cards effect. So I want to chain link 1, 2 Fansies, Lamseys, Dropsies. I'll chain link 3 my Pansies. I'm not gonna activate Butler. I'm not gonna chain Butler to it. Well, I could. But I want to keep my Butler, right? So the activation he's getting is for Apollo USA, so he is gonna use Apollo USA. I could just use Butler and wipe out his field completely this turn. But I'm not. I'm not gonna activate Butler. So he's gonna deny me Fansies. Okay, that's fine with me. Dropsies is gonna special summon Since I haven't used Roxy's, one of the ones I'll use will be Roxy's, Lamcy's, yes, and the other one I'll do will be another Fancy's. That's fine with me. So now I could still normal summon. I haven't normal summoned yet, and since I already used Pandemonium, I am locked into Prank Kids only. But if I want to activate Roxy's effect, I have to keep. I don't really care, right? So I'll start link climbing. I'll link climb till Doodle 2 because I do want to destroy this card because this card will be added back to his hand. I don't want him getting the fractal back into his hand for him to activate it again. Okay, so I'll do it this way. I'll chain link one this and chain link to this. See if he activates his Apollo USA to negate my Roxy's effect. I mean, if he negates it, I'm cool with it. I don't want Roxy's to activate anyway, since I do have a normal summon left. But let's see. So he is gonna choose to negate my Roxy's. I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. I don't care about the Roxy's effect because I could just normal summon the Roxy's and still climb into stuff I want. So I'll get a Prank Kids pranks because I do want to recycle cards. Is this a permanent 300 reduction? Until the end of this turn, so it's not. Okay. So I'll normal out the Roxy's, go into battle, use this to... Okay, first I'll pop his Apollo USA, not gonna activate Butler. Next I'll pop his Fractal, no. And the last card I'll pop will be his Rugal, not gonna activate Butler. That's gonna lower the attack of my monsters by 300, but I don't care. It's just till the end of this turn. So going into next turn, they're gonna go back up to their full attack. So now I'll activate Doodle 2. I'll get one Pandemonium and one Prank Kids card, which will be this. I'll get... no. I'll set down the Pandemonium, activate Pranks, put this on. No. Technically speaking, I could still use this, get a token, go into Bow Wow Bark to make my Butler immune to card destruction effects next turn. But I would rather go into Weather Washer than do that. Yeah, I'd rather go into Weather Washer. So I'm going to end my turn. It's going to prompt me to activate Pranks. I'll activate Pranks. And the cards that I'll get back 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll get these 3 cards back. Not gonna activate Butler. get drop C's, okay. No. So I am gonna use one of the Butler Pops, use Meow Moo. No. I'm gonna pop his Shuriak because if any card is special summoned, he can use, to your field, you can banish one card on the field. So anytime he starts special summoning, he's gonna start banishing, my cards. So I don't want Shuriak's effect to be active on the field. Okay, so now let's see what he does. I know he has Karis and Nervall in his hand. I don't know what the other card is because we already know he went into Karis, so there's the Karis. He's gonna send Nervall to the field, okay. No. So I'm kind of forced to use Butler's Pop because even off of this Nervall, he's gonna search for another Karis anyways. He only has one Karis, right? Yeah, he's gonna search for another Karis anyway, so I kind of have to use my second Butler Pop because he's just gonna go into, you know, another. He's just gonna go into another Karis. Discard this, summon the Karis. Oh, he goes into Fractal. Okay. I mean, even if he does that, he could just normal he would normal either card. He could get for another Karis, go for another Fractal, normal, use their effect. He could even get Kit, right? Use it to special out Shuriak. I'm gonna wait. Let's see what he does. Okay, he's gonna normal the Fractal. So I'll just activate Pandemonium this turn, go into Weather Washer, using... I don't want to use the two cards that I have in my hand. I'll use one on the field and, one in my hand. Because I do want to keep one card in my hand to go into combo. I'll activate Lamseas. I'm not going to activate Roxy's because I don't want to banish the card I have in my hand. I mean, even if he has an Ash Blossom to it, it doesn't matter to me. Because I'm more worried about activating Weather Washer's effect to get two cards on the field that are immune to destruction by battle. We don't care about the special summon. Okay, sure. He's gonna Ash Blossom that effect. I don't care. So I don't have Meowmoo for this cards. And the two cards I will get back are these two. One Doodle Doo and the other one being the Lamseas I just sent to the graveyard. So Doodle Doo and then Lamseas. I mean, I'm fine with it not being activated. That's completely fine with me. So he's gonna go into... I mean, he could still go into Fairjet, start his combo from there again. But will he do Fairjet again? He kind of already used two Fairjets, right? No, he used two Bear Brums. He used two Bear Brums. So this is a really now it's at the point where we're grinding. It's not just like turn one you set your field, turn two you bully your opponent and he scoops, or turn one he sets his field, he bullies me, I end my turn, I scoop. It's not that. Now we're in the part where we're grinding against each other. So now it's a skill matchup. Like, can he outthink me, or can I outthink him, or can he top deck cards? Can he get some cards on the field that he can use to wipe out my board, or can I use my cards to wipe out his board and just outright kill him next turn? So now it's in the nitty-gritty stuff. So it's gonna come down to, like even small micro plays. Micro plays being, like me not getting out doodle doo would be one micro play or one micro mistake that I could play in this whole thing, right? Because not getting doodle doo out with the Weather Watcher's effect, I can't activate doodle doo next turn to get two cards out from my graveyard into my hand. Like these two cards are immune to battle destruction. If I only had two named Franken's monsters of like level 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, like yeah, they're immune to destruction by battle. Yeah, I could go into combo, but Doodle Doo is much more of an important resource to have on the field rather than just a plain old Prank Kids monster, because you can get two cards off of this one card. So yeah, so he is going into okay, so he's going into Rugal, Link 3. Oh no, okay, so it's the Doom Eagle. He's gonna get one card from his my graveyard back into my deck. Okay, but this card gains 2400 attack if your opponent's graveyard doesn't have any monsters. So he's gonna go into access code. Okay, I mean sure. It's gonna be 5300. He has how many? One, two, three, four, five, six different stuffs in his graveyard. Okay, so this is why I didn't use the dropsies that I have in my hand that I had in my hand to go into Weather Washer, because I was afraid of card destruction effects or card banishment effects, and then me having no cards in my hand to go into a play. But now I have a card in my hand to go into a play. So even if he wipes out my whole field, sure, that's fine with me. But he doesn't have any activatable stuff in his graveyard or on the field on my next turn. So I could literally go into Nightmare Unicorn, pop his Butler, or bounce his Butler. I mean, it's gonna depend on the card I draw. If I draw into Instant Fusion or Raigeki, oh man. See, I draw into Prank's Place, which is pretty nice. I'll activate Prank's Place, search for a card. What card do I? I'll get Lamses. I'll start by normaling Lamses, go into our combo, or start link climbing. I mean, I don't even have to bother chain blocking, but I'm gonna use it anyways. It's a nice habit to develop in case like if you develop this habit, you kind of get into like it becomes a natural muscle memory for you, I would say. Is my butler? Yeah, my butler is not there. So I'm gonna be forced to go into Doodle Doo. So this turn I somehow have to get the access code of the field. Anyways, so if you keep doing stuff like this, chain blocking and stuff, even with one deck you play, it becomes like of a habit, like a muscle memory for you, and you start doing it with other decks, and even if you're like on autopilot and you start playing, the muscle memory will kick in for you, and you'll do it automatically. Like you don't have to think about it. So yeah, I'll send one Pandemonium off of the Fansies. Special out a monster. I'll special out another Dropsies. From my deck to my hand, I'll have Pandemonium. I mean, no, because I wouldn't have any. Yeah, I wouldn't have any. Hmm. Okay, so here I have a choice of bouncing his access code, right? I have a choice of activating Doodle Doo, getting Battle Butler out, and Actually, to be honest, I should have special summoned out one of the either Fansies or Lamsies. Then use Doodle Doo, get Butler and either Fansies or Lamsies out. Use Pandemonium, gone into Battle Butler, and then ended my turn, and then on his draw phase popped his access code. Even if he draws into a card, summons it, I could pop the Butler and pop the card, right? Like, even if I get, what cards can I get out? Hmm. Even if I get, like, do I want to do the Battle Butler play? That's the question. Yeah, right? Because I'll get 2 pops. But I can't go into Battle Butler since I did that. Hmm. Sorry, so I was just thinking, I'm really down to the last seconds of what I was thinking. So I'll just activate Bow Bark. Not gonna use Meowmoo. Oh no 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 no! I ran out of time! I ran out of time! Oh no! My mouse stopped clicking, I ran out of time. No! That would have been a really good game because I could have made a comeback. I gotta keep my explanations short and precise because that's like the second time on stream that I lost due to time constraint. I gotta keep my explanations short and precise. Yeah, I gotta keep that in mind. How many hours? So I'm close to 3 hours, okay? And we started with a brick. Solid brick, okay? So here is hoping our opponent doesn't have Harpy's Feather Duster or Lightning Storm. Or I mean, Denko Seka doesn't matter, but sure. Go ahead, activate your Maxi. I'm not gonna summon. I'll just activate Skill Drain right now. No. 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 So yeah, I gotta keep in mind that I have to keep my explanation short and precise. So he's playing Drytron. Our opponent is playing Drytron. I'm gonna negate it. Since I do have Skill Drain active on the field, I'm gonna negate his Cyber Emergency. See if he negates my negate. So he's not gonna do it, okay. Usually, what you want to save your Ash Blossom for Diviner of the Herald. Like if he normals Diviner of the Herald, you Ash Blossom it. But since I do have Skill Drain active on the field, I was just gonna negate the spell card, and my opponent just scooped off of that. So I'll show you guys real quick. He was playing Drytron. Like off of the card, you could tell. Oh, he was playing Cyber Dragons. Okay, like yeah. So Cyber Emergency is for Cyber Dragons and Drytron. It's a common card between those two decks. But he was playing. Okay, so he was playing Cyber Dragons. Cool. He scooped off of the first negation. But man, I'm sort of mad about that game. Like I had that game. I could have won that game. Even if it drew into, his card for going into Shuriag, I still would have won. Because I would have had Weather Washer and Bawa Barg's. Weather Washer's card wouldn't be able to be popped. He could banish it, but it couldn't be popped. And with Weather Washer on the field, with Bawa Bark's effect, like those two cards that I get off of Weather Washer wouldn't be destroyed by battle. So I would have won that game. I am gonna Ash Blossom this. See if he has a negation to it. He has a Called by the Grave, okay. I mean, I still do have an Imperm in my hand. This card is pretty important. Like, you can't throw this card out as baits. I know what deck my opponent is playing, and the deck that they play, they can't throw this card out as a bait. So, you see, he is playing Drytron. I was gonna say. Like, a few other decks use this card. But yeah. I'm not gonna Imperm this. I'm gonna wait to Imperm his Moo Beta Fafnir. That's the card you usually want to Imperm against Drytrons. As I told you last game, the card you want to Ash Blossom. Oh, he's gonna go straight into Meteon's Drytron, okay. The card you want to Ash Blossom is their normal summon, which is the Diviner of the Herald. And the card you want to Imperm is their Moo Beta Fafnir, but he got the Herald, like, Herald of Perfection. Okay, so do I want to Imperm this? No, I'm still gonna wait to Imperm, Oh, he's gonna end it with this. So I'm gonna start by Imperming this. I'm gonna make him use one of his... Oh, he had nothing? Okay. Wait, what? Is it not negated? Did I use the negate on... Oh no, I used it on his end phase. Oh crap. I was looking at my phone, I thought it was my turn, and I used it on his turn. Oh crap. Oh well, whatever, that's fine. So let's see. Oh crap, dude. I was looking at my phone, so I was looking at the point where my mom and dad are because they did share the location with me, but crap. So he does have an Ash Blossom for this, okay. he called by the grave my Ash Blossom last turn, so his Ash Blossom is negated. Just so you guys know, you guys should be thinking that is a hack. No, it's not a hack. Called by the grave does this. I'll show you. Target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do until the end of the next turn, which is the person that activates it, activates Called by the Grave their next turn, end of next turn, its effects are negated as well as the activated effects and effects of the monsters on the field with the same original name. So his own Ash Blossom got negated from, him Ash Blossoming. I mean, him Called by the Grave being my Ash Blossom. It's a pretty funny effect, but if you use Call by the Grave, I mean, generally people use Call by the Grave, so keep that effect in mind. And our opponent's scoop. So I was gonna chain link one Doodle Doo, chain link two Fansies because I do want to keep the Doodle Doo on the field in case he negates my Fansies. But yeah, him realizing, I mean, I messed up on the imperm play because I was looking at my phone, but him messing up on the Ash Blossom. So I'm assuming he probably didn't have a fairy in his hand. That's why he chose to Ash Blossom mine. Oh, did I win the coin toss? Oh crap. So yeah, as you guys saw. But yeah. So I started with a Call by the Grave in my hand, and four Prankets monsters. Call by the Grave is pretty useless in my hand. Like this is basically me having no hand traps in my hand. So let's see what he's playing. Allure of Darkness. And he's gonna banish Aloof Lupine. Okay, so he is playing Thunder Dragons. I am pretty screwed against Thunder Dragons with this hand. He's gonna normal another Lupine. So he's gonna banish one Lupine normal, and he banishes a Chaos Creator. Okay. He's gonna banish Roar, activate Roar, get one of the baby dragons, Dark or Light. See which one. I mean, sorry. He's gonna normal. I keep messing up card effects. Okay, he's gonna Chaos Space. Okay. Oh, that's a light. Okay, Psyframe Driver is a light. I did not know that. He's gonna get a baby Dark. Banish Chaos Space. Get the Chaos Creator back. Draw a card. See what he does with this hand. Okay, so hold on. Give me 1 second. My mom's not responding. Anyways, he's gonna special out the baby Dark. Go into Linkery. I mean, Striker Dragon. Okay. I was gonna say it can be Linkery, but it's Striker Dragon. Activate the baby Dark. He'll get a baby Light. Alright. So, since I don't have any hand traps in my hand, all I have to worry about is his end board. What will his end board look like? That's all I have to worry about. Since he activated a Thunder effect, he could go into Thunder Dragon Colossus, lock me out of my card draws. So locking me out of my card draws means I can't activate Doodle Doo. I can't activate... I mean, Doodle Doo's the only card I can't use. He's gonna go into Heretic Spears of the Heavenly Seal. I mean, Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spears. Okay. So that's a bounce and a special summon. I didn't draw. I mean, we do have a Call by the Grave, so him having the Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spears doesn't matter, because I could just Call by the Grave it. Now, I am worried about Ash Blossoming the first graveyard effect activation of Lamses. And it is gonna go over on his side, see if it could be this, he has Maxi. Oh, like, yeah, I can Call by the Grave the Maxi. But it's gonna bounce my card. It's gonna bounce my card. I mean, I'm kind of forced to activate Call by the Grave on the Maxi. Like I was waiting to activate it on the Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spears. Like now he can chain link this to bounce this. Oh, he's not. Okay. All right. That's fine with me. I mean, if as long as I can go up to Doodle Doo and get my Pandemonium, I'm set. Even if he bounces my cards, I'm set because I could use Pandemonium to go into Rocket Ride with the cards that I have in my hand. Hell, I could even go into Battle Butler right right as soon as I get a Pandemonium in my hand. So let's see. I mean, I should have chain linked to one the Doodle Doo because I care more about the search for Pandemonium of the Doodle Doo. So now he's gonna bounce my Doodle Doo. Okay, he's gonna tribute the Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spears to bounce my Doodle Doo, but its effect is still goes off, so I can still get a Pandemonium, which I'm okay with. And Fancies, I'll discard Pranks. Special out Dropsies. Excuse me. No, I'm not gonna activate Pandemonium just yet. I wanna see what card he gets into. Oh, he's not, okay. Okay. He's not going to use it? I mean, I'm completely fine with that. Okay, wait, hold up. So if I do this, I can only get one more card, which already activated this and this. I can only activate this. So I don't want to go into Battle Butler. I'm kind of forced to go into Rocket Ride. I can even either go into Rocket Ride or like Thunder Dragons don't set down back row, right? So hmm, yeah, I'll go into Weather Washer using the Dropsies I have on my field and Roxys in my hand. Face up attack. I'll activate Chain Link 1 Dropsies, Chain Link 2 Roxys. Okay, so he still has something he can. So he did have an Ash Blossom in his hand. Okay. All right. So this is the importance of chain linking the monsters effect you want to go off for. So this was a random Ash Blossom. He should have Ash Blossom the first effect. He should not wait to uh, make the game this far to go into Ash Blossoming. So here's the thing, right? So I could still, technically, I could still go into another Doodle Doo, activate Doodle Doo's effect, and then get a Pandemonium back out from my graveyard into my hand. I could get Pandemonium and Pranks out. Hell, I could even get Pandemonium and Weather Washer out to go into Weather Washer on his turn. But I could get I could get Pandemonium and I could get Pandemonium and Pranks out, set Pandemonium down, and then end my turn, go into Battle Butler on his turn, and I'll have Meowmoo so I'll get 2 pops. Banished monsters added to your hand, so I'll probably get the baby dragons, right? Yeah, I'll probably get the baby dragons, so this is a tough choice. Do I want to? No, right? I kind of don't want to. Hmm. Well, technically speaking, I could do it this way. I could go into Doodle Doo, and since I... Oh no, that... Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. That effect was negated. So does he have a Nibiru in his hand? Because he's still getting activation prompts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll get Pandemonium. So the other card, do I want to get Weather Washer or Pranks? Do I want to get Weather Washer or Pranks? I'll get Pranks. I'll get Pranks or Weather Washer. I'll activate Pranks. Set down Pandemonium. Yeah, I'll activate Pranks. Set down Pandemonium, so I could go into Battle Butler instantly on my turn. But Battle Butler won't be immune to Battle Destruction. That's the problem. I'll activate Pranks. Start recycling cards. Weather Washer. I'm not gonna care what it'll do. I'll get one of this and one of these. I'll get those 3 cards back. Draw a card, which is Ash Blossom, which is pretty good. Always, negates are always welcome in your hand. So did he? No, neither of us called by the grave. Called by the grave's effect's done. No, it's gonna be so Maxi. Maxi is negated with call by the grave before the end of main phase. Okay, so it's gonna go into battle phase. Okay. Main phase 2. Okay. Oh, I want to activate it before the main phase ended, but that's fine as well. Another call by the grave. Okay. No. No. So, I'm pretty worried about him having a Nibiru, because his side of the field kept lighting up. So let me normal that one monster and see if his side of the field lights up. It doesn't, so he probably does have a Nibiru in his hand. So I don't want to go past... Yeah, I do not want to go past... I'm not going to activate Call by the Grave. I'll go into Battle Butler. So this is my first normal summon. Face up attack. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't activate Fansies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll activate Fansies, but I'm not gonna special summon off of Fansies. Okay, his side of the field lighted up again. I don't know what it is. So it's not Nibiru. No. The card I'll send will be a place. So I'm gonna play greedy. I'm gonna say he doesn't have a Nibiru, since his side of the field did light up. I'm gonna say he doesn't have a Nibiru. So if he does have a Nibiru, he can wipe out my field right now. Let's see if he Nibirus us. Okay. So I'll start to link climb, seeing the cards that I have in my hand. I'd say Called by the Grave is pretty useless, right? So banish I'll banish the Called by the Grave over the Ash Blossom. So I want to have Ash Blossom in my hand. So I'll get Lamses. No. We'll go into Doodle Doo. Doodle Doo's gonna search me. I mean, I could search for a place. I could search for Pandemonium. With Pandemonium, I could go into Rocket Ride to get more stuff out. I'll get a Pandemonium. No. And then using these two, I'll go into Bow Wow Bark. 3, 4, 5. No. I'll set this. No. Go into battle. No. So I'm gonna do it this way because he could have a. Is this? It's not a Thunder monster, right? So it doesn't matter even if he has a Thunder Dragon Matrix in hand. I was gonna say if he had a Thunder Dragon Matrix and this was a Thunder monster, he could boost his attack up by 500, and these two cards would die going into it. Okay. He wants to get back a Psy-Frame driver. Okay. I have no idea why. Does he have the Psy-Frame combo? That's why he wants to get the Psy-Frame driver back, so he can deny me my Bow Wow Barks effect. It could be that. It could be that. Main phase 2. No. Activate. Hmm. What two cards do I want to get out? So one of them I wanted to be Pandemonium. Oh no, I didn't want. I had Pandemonium set down. What am I doing? I wanted two named Prankers monsters. 1, 2, 3. I wanted two named Prankers monsters. No. So you guys can tell I'm kind of getting tired. Like I'm not used to streaming for a long time. I'm trying to, develop a habit of streaming in a long time. But like I kind of get tired throughout the day because I do study, I do work, and I'm trying to stream at the end of the day. But anyways, let's see. So what I'll do is, since I did that mistake, I'm gonna discard the Pandemonium itself and get myself a token. No. I'll get myself a token so I can use the token and this to go into Weather Washer in case my board gets, these two cards get denied. I'll end my turn on this. Not gonna activate Maxi. I'm gonna activate Maxi on his turn. Activate Pranks. So the three cards, one of them has to be Fansies. One of them has to be Doodle Doo because I did end up using two of these. Did I banish a Meowmoo? I haven't. And third card, well, I'm kind of forced to get Lamseys because one of the Lamseys is in my hand. So I'm kind of forced to get these three cards to recycle them and get back into my deck so I could actually, combo and summon those cards out. So now it's my opponent's turn. Draw phase. I'm gonna activate Maxi first. I'm gonna activate Maxi, then I'm gonna chain link it to Bow Wow Bark. Okay, he's gonna Psy-Frame Gear it. I am gonna Ash Blossom his Psy-Frame Gear activation. It's because I don't want him having free materials on the field. Because he could synchro into his Psy-Frame boss monster. Then I'll use Bow Wow Bark. Not gonna use Meowmoo. The two cards I'll get one of them will be drop Cs anyways. Yeah, one of them will be drop Cs. The other one I want to get is I want to get place. And the reason why I want to get place is because in case he gets a boss monster out, I could use place to start lowering their attack and boosting my monster's attacks. So that's why I'm searching for a place. So that's gonna get denied. So that's the reason he got the driver in his hand off of the lupine, because he did have, you know, the first component for the negation. That's why he got the driver back in his hand. Usually when you run side frame gear, like if you run it, you guys know. So it's just gonna end this turn, okay? So that's just game now. Usually when you run side frame gear, you run two of the negations and one of the side frame, side frame. Oh, I forgot that card's name. Anyways, you run two of the negations and one of the other component you special summon now from your deck, hand, or graveyard. I'll put this on auto since it's gonna get kind of annoying with this activations over and over. I'll just go into battle phase to try to end the game right now. See if he denies me the attack. I'm not gonna do anything to so that's game now. But anyways, so I'm assuming he drew into a brick. That's why, you know, he couldn't do anything for 2 straight turns. He did try to get a negate in his hand, but he couldn't do anything because we had Ash Blossom in our hand, so he couldn't activate it to stop our Bow Wow Barks effect. So another game, Plat 1, Plat 2. Lost the coin toss, so we're gonna go second. Generally, you lose the coin toss. You rarely do you get an opponent that lets you go first when you lose a coin toss. But anyways, I'm cool with this. As long as we get some kind of we got Maxi. So I'm gonna put this on on. I'm just gonna activate it on draw phase. And its effect resolved. That's it. So I have no more hand traps in my hand. That's it. And my opponent just ended his turn. Okay, cool. 13, how many cards? 35, 40, 40 and 13, okay. So we are soft bricked. If our opponent denies us our field spell search or search off of prank kits place after we get the field spell off of terraforming. So my opponent doesn't have Ash Blossom, so now I know he can't deny us this search. So now I'm not soft bricked. I could actually go into my combo. No, I'll get a card. Yes, please. I'll get Dropsies to initiate my combo. Normal the Dropsies and then Link Climb up till Doodle Doo. And I know for a fact that he doesn't have Ash Blossom. So now we have to worry about... He doesn't even have Maxi. Now we have to worry about Imperm. I mean, his board wouldn't light it up as soon as we summoned out Dropsy, so he doesn't have Imperm. Well, the only thing we have to worry about is Nibiru. So now we have to hope he doesn't have Nibiru, because I don't have a playthrough in my hand to go through Nibiru. So let's see. I'll start going up to Link Climb up to my Doodle Doo. Activate Fancy's Chainlink 1 because I mean I care more about the special summon than the discard effect. And I don't care about the search because I have all 3 cards, Pandemonium, Place, and Pranks in my hand. So I don't care about the Doodle Doo search. So in case he had, like, you know, activation off and he wants to Ash Blossom me now, he turns it on and Ash Blossoms my Doodle Doo search, it wouldn't matter to us. So yeah, I'll get another Pandemonium. And with the Fancies, I'll discard a Place. Special summon now are Lamseys. So here's the thing, right? I could literally activate Pranks, discard a Pandemonium, get a token, use the token, and the Fancies go into Bow Wow Bark. Activate Doodle Doo. And the Fancies will activate. I can get one of the 3 components for Prank Kids on the field. Activate Doodle Doo, get 2 cards and end my turn. Set the Pranks and Pandemonium and set my turn. I mean, end my turn. But I'll do it the proper way, I guess. I'll go into another Doodle Doo using these 2 cards. I'll banish the Pandemonium that I have. Like, I'll banish one of the Pandemoniums that I have in my hand. Get my Lamseys activation, yes, to special summon. get my Roxy's. So this is your standard one card combo. So any new Prankets players, or if you want to know how Prankets combo goes, to play against Prankets, this is how your Prankets combos go, and you know you can figure out where you can Ash Blossom or Imperm then, which the best option to Ash Blossom or Imperm there then would be. Two cards I'll get are gonna be two cards I need for the Battle Butler combo. Since as I said, I have all the cards I need in my hands in the beginning of the game. Then I'll activate Pranks. No, I'll activate Pranks. I'll um oh, I can't discard because off of the so I'll have to discard one of the monsters since I am banishing the other Pandemonium. I already used Doodle Doo's effect. So I almost made a mistake there, so no, don't ever do that. Keep that in mind if you're doing this. And then using the token and the Roxy's, you go into your Bow Wow Bark. And this is nearing the end of your combo. You activate Roxy's in the graveyard. Roxy's will make you banish one card from your hand, and then you draw a card after. No, I don't want to activate, so I'll banish one Pandemonium. Druid Tread Imperm, which is pretty nice. And then since I have Fansies in my hand, I'm gonna... So okay, so I kind of made a misplay there. I should have discarded the Fansies, kept the Lamseas, and then specialed out the Fansies because Fansies does have 2k defense, but at this point special out Dropsies. So yeah, kind of a slight misplay there, but it's not like a game-ending misplay. So now the first card I'll set down right here, Imperm. Set down Pandemonium right here. Put this on. Never forget to put this back on. And then it's turn 2. Okay. I completely forgot about that. And I couldn't do full combo because I did start with a soft brick. So, if I had something like Instant Fusion or something, Instant Fusion Monster Reborn in my hand, my opponent would have just died this turn. Like, he would not get another turn. I would have killed him this turn. But sadly, we kind of had a brick in our hand, a soft brick. So I could only do a one card combo and do the whole thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna end my turn on this, which the game will prompt me to activate Pranks. Like, okay, so let me see first. So I do want to activate Pranks, right? Since I used two Doodle Doos. Anytime you activate Pranks, before you activate your Pranks, always look at your graveyard because you don't want to have like, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stuff in your graveyard, 5 monster spell traps in your graveyard. You're forced to use your graveyard, Pranks to like get 3, and then if you activate Doodle Doo, you kind of have to leave 2 named Prankest monsters like these, either Fansies, Lamseas, Dropsies, or Roxy's, to activate Power Bark or a spell card. But then you're kind of you'll be forced to get your Meowmoo out with Prankets pranks, otherwise you won't be able to activate Bubble Bark. So keep that in mind when you do this. So since I have Dropsies on the field, I'll get one Dropsies, one copy of Diddle Doo, and no, I can't do this. Otherwise, yeah, I'll do 2 copies of Doodle Doo. Yeah, I'll do 2 copies of Doodle Doo and 1 Dropsies. Yeah, with the Bow Barks effect, you can get back a Pranket's place and a monster, but I kind of want the monsters over Pranket's place. So I'll get those 3 cards back, draw a card, which is Instant Fusion. Like, if I had drawn it before I started my turn, I would have just straight ended the game. Like, my opponent would not be getting a turn after my turn. So first, always activate Max C when you're activating like your Bow Bark. Before you activate your Bow Bark, if you have Max C in your hand, to check whether your opponent has an Ash Blossom or Call by the Grave or stuff like that. Because if they are a combo deck, that Max C would eat up the Call by the Grave or Ash Blossom. If it eats up a Call by the Grave, it's really awesome because then your opponent can't Call by the Grave your Bow Bark. So yeah, another tip for Prankest players. So I'll get the place and Lamseas. I'm getting the place because excuse me. I'm getting the place because in case my opponent manages to clear out my field, I can still use plays to search for a Prank Kids card next turn to go into my combo. Because I don't want to, if I only have Roxy's, I don't want to discard, yeah, I knew, like, what else could I be expecting other than Lightning Storm? Like, of course my opponent has a Lightning Storm. Why not? Why not? Why not? Game. Why would he not have Lightning Storm? Why would the opponent not have, you know, Harpy's Feather Duster when I have like such a good board setup? Why not? And our opponent scooped. Okay, fine. So, okay, Pandemonium is a quick play effect, so you can't activate it on your opponent's turn. That's why how the whole Battle Butler combo works. So even if your opponent activates a quick play spell to like what's their Twin Twister is a quick play, right? If Twin Twister hits the field, it like you can't activate your Pandemonium because it's a quick play. It kills your quick play. But anyways, let's see what kind of deck my opponent was playing. I didn't even see a single card of what he was playing. Drytrons, okay. So he didn't have any negates. That's why it stopped the first combo. I mean, okay, he could have played through my Butler if he got Natasha in the field. He could have played through my Butler because he did wipe out my back row. But okay, my opponent chose to just surrender. But sure, I'm cool with it. So 320. So okay, so I'll make this my last game for today because I don't want to have like 4 hour long videos uploaded on YouTube. So I'll make this the last game of the day. So again, my opponent is going first. I only have Max C. Okay, so our opponent is playing Virtual World. So here's to hoping he doesn't have a negate to our Max C. Ah, he does. He has Psy Frame. Oh. Like, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they start with a negate? Like, why wouldn't the game give them a negate? Like, sometimes I hate this game so much. Like, people generally always start with a negation. Like, rarely do they not start with a negate. Not gonna lie, it's annoying as like in TCG Maxis, man. Like, yeah, TCG has more cards than Master Duel. I mean, yeah, you can make more, really, really good decks in TCG than in Master Duels. But then again, Master Duel has cards that are not banned in TCG, like the Thunder Dragon Colossus, you know, just being an example. But still, like, there's so many hand traps, and people always start with a goddamn hand trap in their hand. Or hand trap negation. Like, it's insane. Like, how many hand traps do I play? I play three Maxis, three Ash Blossoms, one Nibiru, that's seven. I play two Imperm, that's nine. I play nine hand traps and two Call by the Grave. So 11 hand traps. But Call by the Grave is not activatable unless, your opponent sends a card from their hand to the graveyard. So still 11 hand traps. And sometimes I still brick on those 11 hand traps themselves. Sometimes I had games where I draw three Maxis. Three Maxis, two Ash Blossoms. That's my hand going first. Three Maxis, two Ash Blossoms. That is insane to draw into cards like that. Then target one face-up card your opponent controls and one card in either graveyard. Banish them. If this exceeds monster star is destroyed by battle, the opponent's monster or by card effect, well, this is one of monster zone. You can summon two virtual world monsters with the same type of attribute as others from your deck. Okay. So I'll start by activating my terraforming, see if he has a negate. Okay, so this ate up an Ash Blossom, which is really, really nice. It's really, really, really nice. Now I'll activate Prank Kid's play. See if he uses Fan's effect of. Okay, he's not. I'm pretty cool with it. So I'll get dropsies. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, got a big yawn. So this is gonna be my last game again. I'm getting really tired, and I do have to, finish some assignment in the morning. But I will try to stream for the whole day. As soon as I'm done with my assignment, I'll try to start streaming. So he only has one banished mod, but that's not a virtual world monster. So if that's Chuche, Chuche is not activatable. I'll activate skill drain first. I mean, I kind of want a pandemonium in my hand. I'm gonna summon the Lamsey, see if he banishes it. He's not gonna instantly pop it, okay? Like usually okay, so he doesn't know the cards I have in my hand, right? So that's why he's not insta popping. I mean, he does know one card I have in my hand, which is Dropsies. So okay, it's a slight error. I should have started with Dropsies and not Lamsies, but still that's fine. He only knows one card I have in my hand. He doesn't know the other card. Special out my Fansies. See if he pops. He's not, okay. As long as I get two materials in my graveyard, two Prankus materials, even if he banishes, like we're still chill. Because we have instant fusion, I could get two materials back out onto the field. I mean, do I care more? Yeah, I care more about the Doodle-Doo Surge than the special summon of Fansies or the discard of Fansies. So let's see. He's not gonna pop, okay. The card I'll send to the graveyard. What card do I want to send to the graveyard? Do I want to send Pandemonium or Pranks? Uh, I'll send Pandemonium and I'll get Pranks. I'll get Dropsies on the field. I know I have Dropsies in my hand, but I'm gonna get Dropsies on the field. And I'll get Pranks off of the search. See if he activates, see if he pops. He's still not gonna do it, okay? Hmm. Oh, this is only activatable on his turn, right? So it's probably prompting him to activate Chuche. Hmm. So, is there a way I can OTK him this turn? If I get a token, use the token and this. Token and Doodle-Doo to go into... But then I'll be forced to discard the instant fusion. I kind of want the instant fusion. Okay, so I'll go into... Yeah, I'll go into Nightmare. I'll discard the Dropsies. I'll discard the Dropsies. Bounce his Fan. right? Then I'll go Instant Fusion, get a Rocket Ride, activate my place. I mean, it doesn't matter if I activate Rocket Ride because I'm going to tribute it anyways. Tribute the Rocket Ride. So now, do I want to get... Like, the two cards I get won't be able to attack anyways. Hmm. Alright, our opponent scooped. Okay, so I was gonna go to... It wouldn't matter what I went into. I would use the Nightmare and one of the cards to go into access, pop his cards, and then use the access code and the other prank his card that I had on my field to go into Predaplant. Using Predaplant, go into use Thunder Dragon Fusion, go into Butler, and then end my turn. So I would have two pops on his turn. But anyways, our opponent scooped. I would have ended the game with that as well, but that's fine as well. So our opponent was playing. Was he playing the proper virtual world? Let's see. He was playing the proper virtual world deck. He does have the full Xyz package. So anyways, this is the proper virtual world deck anyways. So yeah, he was playing two Cyframe Gear Gamma and then one driver. Anyways, so that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. I'm getting really tired. Like I can't keep my eyes open right now. So that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm almost 4 hours into the video. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys are watching this on YouTube anyways, but again, I have a YouTube channel. You guys could check it out. I'm a Prank Kids main player. I upload 2 videos of Prank Kids daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and whatever I stream on YouTube gets uploaded too. So you guys could check it out. Anyways, if you guys like my videos, you guys can hit the like button. It really helps me out. Subscribe, comment, share. Do the usual stuff you do on YouTube, and that's about it. This is JP Bidul signing out for today, guys. Hope to guys see you tomorrow and have an awesome day or night.